Let me see. Can y'all hear me? I'm over here talking. You can't even hear nothing I'm saying. See? Okay, so let me start over. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little discombobulated today. My son went with his pappy. And I have been at the house being lazy, chilling. Clearly, I have not came as prepared as I should be. But I've been watching the games. Y'all watching the NFL? Are y'all watching Detroit? I hope Detroit lose. I hope they lose. Give me just a second, y'all. I apologize. So then do I need to do my Jackson State thing all over again? Y'all got the point. Y'all saw the motion. You knew what I was saying. Y'all, let's have a good night tonight. What are you guys drinking on? Put it in the chat. I'm drinking some Jamaican homemade lemonade. I think it's actual tropical punch. And what are y'all drinking in the chat? Hey, Chris. Thank you for the $2, Chris. I appreciate it. Y'all go ahead and get on up in here. See, how you knew I was drinking Don Julio? I'm not going to act a fool, though. Been on a plane most of the day watching SWAC basketball games. Juice. All right, Miss Smith. Bonnie drinking that juice. What kind of juice? Tiger juice. Is it the Tiger juice? Lord Jay White. We always knew that folks was fanned out about Deion Sanders. But the way some of y'all folks was cutting up at this game, it told a lot about how y'all really feel about Deion Sanders. And when I say that, I mean in terms of Jackson State. You feel me? All I want to know is, what's the name of the girls who's been playing lights out on that team? Alabama A&M been playing some good games. Can we get some more of those girls' names? Oh, I have a reveal, y'all. I have a reveal. I'm so excited. I have a reveal. Let me pull it up first. So that you guys can as well. Get the book. I have a reveal, y'all. I'm so excited. Y'all. So this is sometimes you see folks on YouTube doing this, right? So I'm going to do it. Hey, you guys, go ahead and hit the like button if you haven't subscribed. If you're in the chat today, we're going to do some giveaways for memberships because I'm definitely going to be upgrading my membership part of this channel for the year 2025. Sergeant C. Adams from Arkansas in the house. He's drinking his Crown and Coke. Okay. You guys, I have a great reveal. Yay! Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Y'all, this book is called Sex After. And this is a book by none other than the illustrious Dr. Kanisha Hall. I'm so excited. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically, I'm going to read, let me see. I'm going to read this part right here. And then I'm going to drop the link. But I am so excited because my copy, I got the special deluxe edition. It's signed. And so I'm so excited. I wanted to, of course, congratulate Dr. Kanisha Hall on her book. You can receive this book it is on Amazon.com. And I'm going to read it. And then I'm trying to see how we're going to play this out. Are we going to do a book club type of thing? Are we going to do some readings of some chapters? We're definitely going to delve in this. I'm going to be expanding my channel, not just to include basketball and sports, but also just expand a little bit into health and wellness. So I'm excited. Okay, so the title of this book is called Sex After. It's a woman's guide to empowered and enhanced sexual experiences in the evolution of life. And I'm just going to read the back of this. I did go ahead and I dropped the link in the chat. So, you know what this would be a good book for? This is a great book even for Valentine's Day. Okay? I mean, you have to get the flowers too, but get this book. So Dr. Kanisha Hall's Sex After is the all-encompassing guide to personal sexual empowerment for women of all generations. This work emanates from the sexual challenges faced by the closest to Dr. Kanisha Hall, in addition to many women observed in her daily medical practice. Dr. Hall's desire to provide every woman with the tools to take ownership of their sexual pleasure permeate the pages of this exceptional work, leading to concrete solutions, a myriad of life situations and circumstances which span generational realities regarding the sexual satisfaction of women are addressed and met with irrefutable pleasure strategies. Every woman who reads Sex After will be equipped to accept responsibility for creating their own sexual fulfillment and experience the optimal intimate experience. Cheers to that. And Tiger Nation, the Undefeated. While this book may be for women, men can show their gratitude and show that they are open to ensuring that the woman in their life is experiencing the best her by getting this book. You talking about there you go, ladies. There you go, men. The men in my chat, y'all click on that Amazon.com link. And for Valentine's Day, when you buy the flowers, which flowers are great. Every woman loves flowers. Get this book right here too. right? Cheers to that. Cheers to that. So, yeah, dudes might want to read it too. You might, Dr. Kanisha has always been a huge support in the HBCU community. This is not just a woman of Howard University. She is putting on for all of HBCU she represents, she supports, whether you're in the SWAC, the MEAC, or in the CAA. She is always supporting HBCUs. So why not? So you know what, Dr. Kanisha, you did give me 2 books. Oh, yay! I have one book that's especially for me, but I also have a book that is not. And I think that we should do a book club or something, even if we do just 1 or 2 chapters. I'm ready to dig deep, okay? I'm ready to dig deep. Ex-Wives 2, Lord have mercy. Tiger Nation, why are you being funny? Grab the book, gift it to a woman, and then when they ask, well, what made you buy this? You just say, I'm supporting HBCUs and giving back, and also, I want to make sure that you good. Okay. So make sure you click that link and you buy 3 or 4 copies and hand them out. Hand them out like candy. All right. I don't know why Jay White is popping off in the chat, because I'm pretty sure the Alabama A&M men lost, but maybe he's only focusing on the women, or maybe he's only focusing on the fact that Prime was at the game today. I don't know. All right. So I have one more announcement. I'm excited about my books. Thank you, Dr. Kanisha. I can't wait to collaborate with you for a live. I can't wait for that. I'm excited. I don't know how we're gonna do. We're gonna do a chapter. We're gonna do a. I'm excited. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Let's see. So I'm going to gift 5 memberships right now. They lucky recipients selected by YouTube will get 1 month of access perks from the practice SWAT. So I'm going to do that right now. This might actually reveal, like, if there's lurkers in the chat, it might reveal who you are. So if but hey, I'll send out that warning next time so you can click off real quick. But and let's see. Nope. All of them is my those are all Jackson State Jews over here. All right. It didn't expose somebody. We're gonna wait, and later on in the chat we'll give away 5 more. Y'all keep your head on the swivel because it'll expose you. But congratulations to those people. I do plan on doing more content for the membership only. It's coming. Okay, it's coming. Some of you guys have noticed that some of my lives has became already off the top. They've become membership only lives. So if you ain't here, you're gonna miss out. You gotta come. You have to come. You have to be here. You have to be here. Otherwise, you're gonna miss out. So tonight we have topics on the side so that I could kind of, keep things in some type of order, or to make sure that I do everything in terms of announcements. So I want to get this last announcement out of the way. And this announcement is concerning Mardi Gras in New Orleans, Louisiana. So the ever so lovely, talented, illustrious Sonic Boom of the South will be performing at Mardi Gras. They always book in the Boom. If it's one thing Boom is going to do, it's going to be booked and busy. Okay? Booked and busy. And the New Orleans Metro Chapter, Jackson State National Alumni Association New Orleans Metro Chapter, is asking for donations to provide hot lunches for the Sonic Boom of the South following their performance. So they basically plan on feeding, I want to say it's roughly 300 people that they plan on feeding. And I want to say that they're trying to raise, I think, like $4,500 for the 300 people. It's going to be roughly around $4,500. So you can scan the QR code on the flyer. It's like right next to the young man. You can see the QR code, or I posted the link. This particular link will take you, and I can just go ahead and show you what it looks like so you'll know. Feed the Boom. So you can make your donation of choice. And like I said, they're trying to feed up to 300. I want to say 300, which is going to be the students and the staff and whatnot. And that's just basically to provide them with a hot lunch. So click the link. Make a donation. Thank you so much for supporting. So you know what? I think that is a great segue. Speaking of bands, yes, Feed the Boom. I like that. Feed the Boom, Andre. I like that. Speaking of which, Valley done went and raised. How much did they raise? Let me see. I think they raised $300,000. I want to say they raised $300,000. I'm just hoping that they didn't spend the money yet. Whew! Lord have mercy. I mean, I'd be kind of happy if. All right, so they raised over $302,600 to go to DC to perform in the inauguration parade, and the inauguration parade is canceled. Now they're over there talking about it's been moved inside. Basically what they said is due to the weather, I guess it's going to be too cold for people to be outside. So it says due to weather and movement of events indoors, they canceled it. I haven't heard anything about Valley though, but here's what I'll say. I would just go to DC, see if you can schedule at a local high school, or maybe you can perform at a church, or maybe you can perform at the museum. They're only letting 10,000 folks in there, and I want to say they done dwindled it down to even less than that. Thank you so much, Mr. Adams. Can they cancel the presidency too? Just cancel the whole thing. Let's cancel the presidency too. And yes, Ladarius is correct. And listen, you guys, I want everybody to be cognizant and aware of the impending winter storm that's coming. Folks keep on saying, why you keep calling us? Why you keep bothering us about? And I'm just trying to make everyone aware, because the places that this storm is supposed to take place or where it's going to get cold at is not necessarily in places that are used to this type of cold for this long, right? So another public service announcement, and I'm probably going to be doing this on Tuesday as well. And that is, it's supposed to be like some Arctic air that comes down into the United States, and the South is not used to the Arctic air coming down and staying for so long. I think it was like probably 57 degrees yesterday. What they call it is they call it a polar vortex. And why is it hazardous? Well, it's hazardous for crops because, of course, they're not used to that type of weather. Sometimes it can kill them. Freezing temperature, there's a chance of snow. And it's in places like Jackson, in Mississippi, in Georgia. So the polar vortex, it's a gigantic circular area of cold air high up in the atmosphere, and it usually spins over the North Pole. It's a normal pattern that's stronger in the winter, and it's usually bottled up in the North Pole. But if the polar vortex weakens or even splits, frigid air pushes southwards towards the US. So basically, these types of temperatures, if you do not have insulation on your pipes, you can get frozen pipes. Make sure that you protect your pets, your livestock, your property. They're saying if you can at all, winterize your car by making sure that the vehicle has at least half a tank of gas. I would say go ahead and fill it up tomorrow or even Monday, so that you can stay warm and in the event that you get stranded. If you're put some extra bottles of water, snacks, and blankets in your car. Let your water drip. Some people also said, like, which I wouldn't necessarily advise it if you have small children, but if you have older children, what you can do is you can, I know it sounds a little weird, but you can fill up your tub with water. And you're doing that in the event that the pipes burst, so that you'll still have water to do dishes. You'll still have water to use it to flush the toilet. Wherever you need to get, go ahead and get there. And that goes for you young ladies and men. Whoever you get locked up, locked down with, you get locked down. Men and women, keep your head on the swivel. When you get locked up and you're in the cozy up with somebody, 9 months later, you come out with a baby. So keep your head on the swivel for that as well. But yeah, so there is a lot. I see North Carolina is really basically in that line. Don't drive if your car is front wheel drive, please. I'll be under the covers. I know that's right. But we know that the problems that Mississippi faced the last time there was a very bad cold front, and how that affected the water supply. Thankfully, the legislation and President Thompson and others were able to get the tanks on campus, but those are not going to be up and running for 9 months. So extra bottles of water non-perishables, protection. Y'all go ahead and drop some things in the chat that you would need in the event that there's a bad storm. What are some things that you would advise? Some of you guys, and I'm not trying to scare anybody, we're just talking, right? We're talking. So sometimes when there's frigid temps like that, and your furnace has to work overtime to try to keep the house at a certain temperature. So I would definitely advise getting a portable radiant heat. This says it's indoor safe. I got me one. Y'all want me to show you? Let me show you. Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all might think I'm crazy, but I don't play. Oh, Lord have mercy. Look what I got, y'all. Can y'all see it? No, they can't see it. Oh, it's a heating buddy. And it says it's indoor safe. It says heater futures because I had my my air went out, and it was because it was so hot and I was running the air too low and it went out. I'm allergic to pregnancy. Ooh, aren't we all? Lord have mercy. Why did you say that? Why did you say that? Why did you say that? And I'm getting ready to put it up there. Okay. Anyway, I got the heating buddy thing. Yeah. So you put it runs off of propane. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, a little buddy heater. I got one of those, you know. Lots of non-perishable items. Get you some put y'all stuff in the chat. Contraception, okay? Y'all are up in the chat clowning. Do you hear me? Clowning. I'm gonna put up yours, Oren. Let me go find. What did she say? Where you go? Did you delete it? Yeah, she deleted it. Oh Lord, Ladarius, please. Buy canned goods, propane, firewood, generator, bottled water, and let your sink drip. Move everyone into one room. Make safety kits. Yeah, Max rubbing off in the chat. Max gonna tell you he's from Carthage, Mississippi. He from the country, and he's not doing no type of he ain't doing none of that. You know, one thing that we have up north that a lot of people don't have. You done talk that man up. You done talk him up. Long Johns. Child support snowstorm. Lord, y'all drinking the Taylor Port wrong. Yes, make sure you got your drinks. Make sure you have a good book. Charge all of your like your phone, your little toys, tablets, all of that. Okay, y'all got the Long Johns. All right, Miss Bonnie. Long Johns. Really? What's the rose attachment? Lord, I need the rose. Hey, backup generators, but be safe. Like somebody said in the chat, make sure that you're not exposing yourself to carbon monoxide. So you have to be very careful with that. So I also have another idea for people who do not have a generator. Orangey spoke about moving everybody in one room. So here's one thing that you can do. If you have a tent, and I know it sounds crazy, but it'll all make sense once I like set it up. So if you have a tent inside your house, and let's just say you've been blasting that heat, and day 2, for some reason, your heat goes out. And you have a buddy heater, but a buddy heater that's not something that you just keep running and running and running. You run it enough to get the room warm, but you don't want to run all of it out because then, you won't have any left. So one thing that you guys can do is you can set up a tent in a room, and the tent acts as like a heating, it'll self-heat. So if you have two people in a tent, 2 or 3 people with blankets, you guys are going to be able to build up heat inside of that tent. I know it sounds crazy, but you can literally build the heat up inside the tent, and then you'll be able to sustain the heat inside the tent. Do it in a small room, close that door. Make sure that if you have, how some folks, you'll notice that a window has like a draft, or you might have a door that has a draft, and you haven't really done anything because it hasn't gotten that particularly cold. If you know that you have one of those types of rooms or windows, make sure that you seal those up. Well, what did you get? What did you get? Tiger Nation, I haven't seen nothing. The rose is a necessity, okay? So that is on the level of, hey, the rose is like, that's like getting your emergency kit ready. You got to have the rose, allegedly. Yeah. Put the thermal blanket, not a plug, just a thermal blanket, and put that on top of the tent. If you can, you have plastic plates, cups, utensils, so that you'll be able to dispose of them in a trash bag. Get you a trash bag that's scented, you ain't gonna be going outside. And it's a considerable amount of snow. I want to say that the mayor of Jackson has already had like a press conference just talking about some of the things that he plans on doing to, basically before the storm. But I really think that the water is essential. I really do. I think that's one of the main things that's essential. Oh, Max said he want to come up here for 15 minutes, y'all. Hey, Miss Natasha, you done missed the beginning. How you gonna miss the beginning? The beginning is so important. We done talked about everything, Natasha. So you're gonna have to rewind it, because we talked about sex after, and we talked about the types of non-perishable items that you will need. Oren, I wish you would say what type of canned goods, because if you have a child in the house, SpaghettiOs, okay? SpaghettiOs. My son, he eats SpaghettiOs. The bread, y'all can make y'all some meat sandwiches, some cold meat sandwiches, maybe. What type of ideas do you guys have for food? Y'all drop food choices in the chat, okay? So that folks can be on their P's and Q's tomorrow when they go to the store. Like, oh, okay, that's a good idea. I can make some beans and rice. Soup. What kind of soup? You are like gatekeeping all the choices. Echoing, and we can't see you. Right?
What's up?
Hey, how you doing? Ooh, taco soup. Now that sounds good.
You tell everybody what they need to do next. You listen?
Are you listening to some of these ideas?
Y'all need to pay your light bill. That's the first thing you need to do, because Georgia Power, if they're going, if Mississippi Power gonna cut it off, it's gonna be this weekend.
They cannot do that. They cannot do that.
Well, these folks ain't paid their light bill in 6 months. Mississippi Power.
What kind of Vienna sausage? What kind of Vienna sausage do y'all like to eat? What type of potted meat do y'all like to eat? Because if you have to eat some potted meat, what kind?
Well, I'm gonna give some advice. Well, can I give y'all some advice? If your power go out, sleep in layers. You will not freeze to death. You know your grandmama used to get them 5 quilts. She ain't had no heat. Cause that stove went out. You ain't never been no kid. You been down south. She give you like seven quilts. Your ice be frozen your glass, but you sleep in layers, you won't freeze to death. You just sleep in layers, whatever you do, if you worry about the power like that. But the first thing, my mama got a wood heater. I pay a gas bill, been paying it for 30 years. But she gonna keep on putting wood in that heater. That's my mama. She's 86 years old. Well, now my mama getting there when you ain't got no wood. So my thing is,
Brianna says she's cooking. She got a gas stove at home. She gonna be cooking.
Yeah, as long as you got gas, you good to go. Because gas ain't gonna go up. And gas
a lot of people are electric.
Yeah, well, that's most people in the city. Most people live out in the country are not electric, baby. They got them butane tanks out there in their yard. They go out there and check it every 2 weeks. Where I'm from. Hey, we need you talking about people from Atlanta and DC, man. Them folks in Carthage and Greenville, Mississippi, them folks got them propane tanks by now. You need to worry about ourselves. I grew up in Mississippi. I know I survived. I ain't worried about it.
I told them that you were gonna say that. I told them that you would say something to the effect of, that don't matter to me. You might be from the country and you might be from Carthage, but if you live in the city, the whole city gonna shut down. That's what I was trying to get people ready for, is if the city shuts down, you need to be able to provide for yourself and think of all the different things.
What I need y'all to understand, y'all don't know the dynamics. I can walk 50 feet and go to all my trucks. I live right next door to my business. That's why I live while in my business, right? I got tractor trailer with sleepers on them. You think I'm gonna freeze to death when I got a tractor trailer sitting next to me? I will start a fire. I cut a tree down before I freeze to death.
They don't have no trees right there in Atlanta.
Yeah, they got trees everywhere, but I cut. You ain't supposed to cut them down. But before I freeze to death, I'm gonna cut a tree down. I ain't finna freeze to death for nobody. But no, my main thing is just knowing if you sleep in.
Wait a minute, you over? Wait! You giving folks a show? You know we can see you, right?
What you mean?
You done unbuckled your belt.
I'm at the house. I just got out of work. That's what you do when you get.
Yeah, no, but house. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Wait a minute.
Yeah, they ain't paying enough for that now. You ain't gonna need the cash app on that one. Hey, I'm 54. It ain't much of a show. It's still a show though. It's better to show your dude guy. No, but no.
Ain't nobody eating no black-eyed peas. Ugh.
No, but in honesty, when you go to bed, sleep in layers. If your power go out, you will not freeze to death. You're gonna be cold as hell in the morning. Because I grew up, I'm telling you, I grew up in a country. I used to go to my grandmama's house, be so cold with that heat on, your glass of ice be froze. But if you sleep in layers, you're gonna be warm. Anybody from the country know what I'm talking about. There wasn't nothing to wake up with a frozen cup of ice in your room, bro. If you sleep in layers, Eskimos and people that live in the Arctic, they know this. If you sleep in layers, you'll be fine.
Folks, and we're not, I'm not going to say we're not built for it, but America as a whole, we are so spoiled with everything. I literally go on my app, I click something, and 30 minutes later, food comes to my door. I don't even have to.
But you are a northerner. We are southerners. You talking to people, you went to Jackson State. We talking to people that's from Mississippi.
But as a northerner, Our pipes
Ain't
are
nobody in Mississippi worried
insulated.
about no cold weather. We've been dealing with our whole life.
Not
Them
them
wood
pipes.
heaters, bruh. We used to kill hogs in this type of weather.
Ew.
Yes. So why you think we got pork? We didn't have bacon. We didn't go to the store for bacon. We killed the hogs. You make
And did
crackers this time
what?
of year.
Cut it up? You had a
This,
butcher or you was the
this,
butcher?
the same pork chop you eat, we killed our own hogs though. So it's just when you grew up in the country, you don't worry about weather like this because you always prepared when you grew up. If, every day growing up in the country, you can starve to death if you're not prepared. If you don't get your fields together, you don't get your gardens together. In the wintertime, you have a rough ass winter. So I know what you're saying, but most people from Mississippi are not really that frightened by this kind of weather. It's cold, but the one thing about a country, man, we gonna eat now. You ain't gonna worry about us starving to death. You'll never in your life see somebody in Mississippi freezing to death. He might die smoking unless, but he ain't gonna freeze to death. I guarantee you that shit. Cause we know too many people from the country. If my house that cold and I got a trailer house, I'm gonna go to my auntie and my grandmama's house. We always got somewhere to go.
You're gonna be snowed in.
What is snow when I'm cold? I will walk in the snow to go get some heat. I will cut down every tree in my neighborhood before I freeze to death. Me and them homeless folks gonna be out there tonight having a party. Cause when the power go out, it's out for every man for himself. Yeah, who the hell gonna freeze you? If you let yourself freeze together at 20-degree weather and you got a tree and a box of matches, you ought to freeze to death. I'm burning down every damn thing out there. I'm burning boxes. I'm burning everything. No, bro, I'm not gonna freeze to death now. No sir. Even the homeless people do that. You ain't never seen a homeless man freeze to death.
Homeless people be stuffing newspapers in their clothes. Like they'll roll up, ball up newspapers and they're stuff it in there for like insulation. They do know how to survive now. I've noticed that. But these are different types of temperatures. This is like below zero.
Okay. Well, I think they'll be fine. It's people be found dead in their apartment froze to death. And these guys out in the street, you don't find them dead because they're going to burn some shit. A homeless, they'll burn a damn building down before they freeze to death, and I don't blame them. They'll find old church and set that something on fire. But they're going to be warm. Shit, why you think you always see the coldest weather? You see how many vacant buildings get set on fire? Because when it gets 10 degrees and you in the hood and you finna freeze to death, you gonna set that old hood house on fire, right? Come on, bro. Put yourself in that situation. It's 10 degrees. We can sit out and huddle together. We can set this damn hood house on fire. You know the fire department ain't coming. So we sit there and ride. That's why they're always in East St. Louis, Chicago, other sides of Jackson. They don't burn them houses down because they're arsonists. They burn them down because it's cold. You set the whole damn house. You set the house on fire to burn all night.
So I think the reason why is like Atlanta, Montgomery, where else? Columbia, South Carolina, Charlotte especially. Yeah.
I'm not saying don't be prepared. Now, yeah, I am saying, but we just went through this a couple of weeks ago.
It's not the same. It melted literally the next day.
You don't starve to death because it snows. You starve to death because you don't have food in your refrigerator. You got to have some vital wingers, some Spam.
Ew.
What? It's better. Hell, when you ain't got nothing to eat, you got to get what you gonna feed you. You put shit. Most black people got plenty of canned food in their refrigerator, in sinks and cabinets. We ain't worried about no food like that. It ain't like we're gonna be losing on damn T-bone steaks. The white folks might starve, but black folks already got perishable goods. Well, I think we good.
What?
Yeah. You go in any black person's house, that'll get about 7 pounds of rice in there. They got them canned beans, they got everything. You may not like canned food cold, but it's better than starving. So you ain't gotta worry about
that. All right. Oh, I want to. Okay, let me pull up this. Mr. Ford, where's
Mr. Ford anyway? I ain't talking to Mr. Ford in 2 weeks.
Mr. Ford, he said drop the link. Mr. Ford. Okay, so I'm getting ready to pull up some, so you can give your reaction.
No, let's talk. Let me get my reaction. What was that about Deion Sanders showed up for the game? I didn't see this.
Oh, Lord. Dang,
What
can you?
game?
Okay,
What
hang on.
game did this Negro show up to today? Just tell
Wait
me
a
what I need.
okay. Let me pull it up now. Let me pull it up, and
What
then I'll
game
get
was
you.
he at? That's what I want to know.
Okay, here it is right here. Here's the game. I'm gonna turn the stuff down
I
because
just
I don't.
want to know what game was it? Where was
So
it at?
this is the Alabama A&M versus Alabama State game.
Okay.
And his daughter plays for Don Thornton and the Alabama A&M Bulldogs. You know that, right?
Okay. No, I didn't know that.
Yes, you did, because you was talking about how she's
She sits on the bench for somebody. I don't know who she plays for, but was she playing
that.
tonight?
What is wrong with you?
I mean, did she play tonight?
Let me see. Let
I'm
me
about
see.
tired of this 2-foot ass over there coming over trying to influence games. You up there, Colorado, bro. You can't influence the SWAC no more. Sit your ass where. If she was that good, she'd be at Colorado. They
Was
sit her
at
down there.
Colorado.
He's always trying to influence something. Your shit in the SWAC is done, bro. I don't give a
How
damn.
was he trying to? He just supporting his.
He's always trying to influence something. Deion is a calculating dude. He didn't lost his whole damn division, lost his game. He's bullshit on his team. He trying to get close to the SWAC because he knows Jack State the champs. You lost 2 games. Now he's trying to. That's his ass trying to crawl his ass way back to us. Next thing you know, he'll be riding down by 1400 at the KFC. He gonna come up on campus. I saw Deion at KFC. Yeah, nigga, we know where you trying to come back to. He ain't no jobs back here for you because ain't no. I know what he know what's gonna happen to him. The white folks sick of it. Because when his son leaves,
Wait a
he going.
minute.
I know. Anytime you see Deion Sanders back on the HBCU campus, it's for a reason, and it's not about his child. His daughter been playing ball. Deion is a calculating person. He know he better not show his ass for Jackson State, but he'll show up somewhere close to us to try to get back in with us, and I think that's his point.
All right, so let me
That's
see
my
versus
opinion.
Alabama State.
And maybe just went to see his daughter, but his daughter don't play basketball.
So they
That's
did
like my
have
daughter.
5,981 in attendance today at the Alabama A&M versus Alabama State game. And
But
Shalimai played for
how
7
long did
minutes.
she play? 7 minutes. That's what
Played
I
for
just said.
7 minutes.
Yeah. And the referee
And
played that long. You know how long a basketball game lasts? If he wouldn't have been there, she wouldn't have played them 7 minutes. They put her ass out there. We're gonna lose anyway, but come on now. And like I tell you
they
about my
won today.
daughter, I tell you about my daughter in track, right? I love my
But
baby. That's my child. But my daughter she used to love to play track. Maybe I told you that story, but I never told these people that story. But my daughter was a track runner. And I would go to every track meet she ever ran. My daughter would take off and run past everybody. She's the fast. Listen, the first 2 minutes of my daughter running, 30 seconds. Let me tell you that. Ain't nobody fast enough. But track is about discipline. I would see the little bitty kid with a little midget run past her by the time I said, baby, you can't. She would just take off and run so fast, but she wasn't a track runner. But I came to every game she ever had. That's what Deion doing. But
and she
Deion coming
lost.
that girl is not a basketball player. Clearly. I love the child. It's nothing against the child. My daughter's not a track
Oh wait,
runner.
you already told. Yeah, they said you already told the story about how your daughter's not good at track.
No, my daughter
She
is
come in last place every time.
My daughter's a federal law enforcement officer. We ain't gonna do what she does, but she's got a great job. but she was not a track runner. But I went to the 9th grade to the 12th grade. And so I get beat every track run, and I never missed one. I found out in 11th grade year. She said, Dad, I'm going to go to college and run track. I said, no, Quita, you ain't going to be able to run track in college because you didn't run it in high school. we had to have a come to Jesus moment with me and her. We still laugh.
Damn.
And that's Deion, his child. She's a good baby, but she's a good kid. She reminds me so much of my child. He's trying to make her be something she doesn't want to be. She's a good kid. Maybe she don't want to play sports.
Let her play. All right, so
yeah, but you can't play on a college level. You can do that at East Central, Holmes Community College. You cannot do that at Alabama State, Jackson State. These are a lot of kids want that spot. There's some ballers out there. So we're just being fair now.
Well, I can't say the same for our Jackson State Lady Tigers. What a way to bounce back.
You know she ain't finna play for Jackson State. You already know that.
4-1 in the SWAC right now.
Our girls are some ballers. She can't sit on the pine at Jackson State, bro. Not with them girls. You can't sit on the sideline with them. You know, I'm gonna push Jackson State, but yeah, come on now.
We had 3 of our ladies in double digits. Talia Dilworth, 19 points. She and Massanutt had 14 points. Esco had 11 points. And of course, Diaca Barretti had 8 points today. So a 26-point performance from the bench. So when the bench players go to work, we are able to have a 20-point or more lead. Jackson State out-rebounded. I'm echoing. Let me mute you real quick, Max. I muted you because I was echoing. After I finish, I'll unmute you. Jackson State out-rebounded Prairie View A&M 38-27 in Saturday's game, led by 9 boards from Zoe Cooper. The Tigers also grabbed 16 offensive rebounds and scored 21 second chance points. JSU forced 23 Prairie View A&M turnovers while committing 17 themselves. We got to get those turnovers under control. The Tigers turned those takeaways into 21 points on the other end of the floor. Massanutt's 4 steals led the way for Jackson State. Jackson State did most of its first quarter damage in the paint, scoring 12 of its 19 points close to the basket. The Tigers was able to basically take a huge lead. And going into halftime, they were ahead 35-17. Jackson State continued to expand its advantage after the half, pushing it to 45-24 before going on an 8-0 run. This was punctuated by a basket from Montoya to expand its lead further to 53-24. Before the third period was over, the Tigers added 2 points to the lead and entered into the fourth quarter with a 59-28 edge. So Jackson State shot 14 of 20 from the free throw line. So that was, of course, better than it was playing against Texas Southern. And y'all need to pack the AAC on Thursday. The Tigers will return to Lee E. Williams AAC to host Florida A&M on Thursday. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. So everybody needs to pack the vet. We're playing the Snakes, Max. What do you think about that?
Why you always trying to throw me on the bus to make me do all the damage? What you think about him? you want me to go in on everybody?
I just read for like 3 minutes, so now it's your turn to talk. I asked, we're playing FAMU on Thursday. What do you think?
And folks keep asking me why I comb my hair because I'm Native American. My mama's a Choctaw. If you kind of see me, we do that. That's a cultural thing we do. We comb our hair. Something we do. So if you see any Choctaw from anywhere around Mississippi,
I
you
mean,
always
it's
know.
the same as black men that brush their hair every 2 seconds for the
Yeah, well, because
waves.
my scalp itches a lot. My hair is a little different than most of you
Oh,
Negroes.
you got dandruff? You need to wash your
Yeah,
hair?
yeah. You know, it ain't washing. It don't help it. It's just something we do. Because when I was a kid, when I was in high school, my hair would go on my back in a ponytail. I just cut it out because I want to be me. I want to be the black side. But that's why I do my hair like that. Y'all wondering. But now, what was you asking?
I asked you about the game against FAMU on Thursday.
What I tell you about FAMU?
What?
But I can't speak on basketball though. See, because I don't
Well,
know
where
what
our
Jack said.
ladies? Okay, so here
Now the girls is unquestionable. Them girls better than the football team. You want to be truthful. Them girls been doing
No,
their thing.
this is a new this is a new era. They showing that they're formidable. Yes.
Well, they got to rebuild. It's fine. Every team. The girls is good. If the Jackson
So
State girls lost every other game for the next 2 years, they proven a point. They're the team to beat. The boys got to step up. That's my opinion, but I can't comment on basketball with FAMU because I don't want to put them in a position of power against us.
what kind
Because
of power?
basketball to me, I don't really look at basketball. Like I said, too many damn games.
Okay. All right. Well, right now Texas Southern is in the lead 5-0. Alabama A&M is 4-1. Jackson State is 4-1. Southern is 4-1. Florida A&M is 3-2. Bethune-Cookman is 3-2. So,
how many games did Jackson State play this year?
in conference,
the boys.
Oh, the boys are 4-0.
How many games they played this year?
Like 17.
How many they won?
4 in conference. They're undefeated in conference play.
They need some work.
No, they do not. Do you know how hard their schedule was? They are like 10th in the whole nation on the difficulty of schedule.
Well, the coaching that we need to reschedule. Well, we need some got to change. 17, you won 4 games? Come on now. The girls,
those are out of conference games.
I ain't got to ask you the girls played, but I bet you they schedule a little better. They're winning. And I'm not going against that. First thing, I'll never go against Jackson State. I'm just saying that the boys feel like they need some work. I'm not saying they're good or bad or whatever, but come on, they need some work now. And Mo, I know that even Mo know they need some work.
I think that they can go. I think they can run.
If I can't say nothing good about Jackson State, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm just gonna be quiet about the boys. I'm just gonna be quiet.
All right, so let's talk about something else.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna say nothing negative about Jackson State. That's hard for me. I can't talk about my college now.
Oh, wait. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna recap, of course, so that we do this in decent order. I'm gonna go ahead and recap the men's basketball game, just because right now they are undefeated, and they are right behind Sutton. Sutton is 5-0, 10-8 overall. Jackson State is 4-0. I don't know why I keep echoing. Do y'all hear that echo? You got me playing on something?
No, I'm nothing. You said cricket.
Who got cricket?
Well, it ain't me. I got AT&T, so you got the I'm just listening to what your phone is saying.
That's not my phone, though. That's your phone. All right.
Ain't nothing changed about what I do over here.
I'm echoing. Anyway, Jackson State is 4-0 overall, 4-13 for the season. Bethune-Cookman is in 3rd place. Is that right? I thought, okay. Bethune is 3-1. Texas Southern is 3-1. And then it just goes down from there. Southern think they hot-ish this year, but they ain't played nobody yet. Ladarius.
Well, I'm not gonna make a comment, but I ain't worried about Southern. Ain't nobody worried about Southern. Why do you even talk to people from Southern? Why did
somebody in the chat said, how about Southern? And so I was just like, y'all ain't played nobody. Like how they do Jackson State when we win, they be like, they ain't played nobody. I'm just repeating it.
I don't talk to Southern.
At
You
all?
don't waste your time with Southern, man. Don't waste your time. Southern is what Southern always been. Some Baton Rouge hood Negroes that ain't never won nothing. And all they do is hang about us and get mad at us and hate us. They don't never come play us. I just know Southern. I don't waste my time with Southern. The Bible says, when you know the devil, you leave him alone. We all know who Southern is.
God.
Come on. I'm not giving Southern. Two things I'm not giving my time in 2025. Deion Sanders at Southern University. I'm not gonna cuss him. I'm not gonna comment on him. Because we already know what it is.
Right.
Now I'll talk about FAMU. Now I'll discuss them. But I'm not gonna discuss Southern Deion Sanders. I'm just not gonna do it this year because it takes me out of my era. See, my granddad used to say, when two fools is arguing, somebody gotta ask them what?
Common sense.
I'm the common sense. I'm not talking about Deion. I'm not going to talk about Southern because that's below us. That's beneath us.
Oh, okay.
For anybody from Jackson State to be discussing Southern University is beneath Jackson State. Definitely beneath us. And the damn sure be Deion that ain't won shit for us is beneath us. We got TC. We just had a parade today. I'm not going to go back down that road. So that's the way I look at it. So I refuse to comment about Deion. I refuse to comment about Southern University. When I take my garbage out, I don't talk about what I threw out in the garbage can. Those two are garbage to me.
So Jackson State 79, Prairie View 70. Deshaun Ruffin with 26 points. Kivion Hunt with 14. Shannon Grant with 11. And Delisle Williams with 5. Jackson State used a career night from Deshaun Ruffin to stay perfect in the SWAC, playing with a 79-70 road victory over Prairie View. 7 of 14% shooting from the floor, including 4 3-points from Deshaun Ruffin. He also finished perfect from the line, hitting all 8 free throw attempts. Dang, they was fouling him. Kivion Hunt finished with 14 points and Shannon Grant 11 in the win. Meanwhile, Dylan Cannaville finished with 4 blocks. So Jackson State held the lead for most of the first half until Prairie View took a 1-point lead, 19-18, with 7 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. Following the 2 free throws by the Panthers, Jackson State, I'm going to mute you real quick because you're echoing. And then I'm going to read it, then I'm going to unmute it. Jackson State finished the night shooting 44.2% from the floor and 38.5% from beyond the arc. They also finished 82.4% from the free throw line and won the rebound battle 40-23. Meanwhile, Prairie View A&M finished the night shooting 41.9% from the floor and 26.7% from beyond the arc. They also shot 73.7% from the free throw line. Okay. The Tigers did announce that Monday's game against Texas Southern at the H&PE Arena, it was usually supposed to be scheduled for 7. They're moving it to 3 due to forecasted winter weather set to impact the city of Houston on Monday night into Tuesday. Coach Mo Williams is 4-0 start in conference play for the first time. And the first time since COVID shortened the season in 2020 to 2021 when the Tigers went 11-0 in SWAC play. That year, Jackson State reeled off 12 consecutive wins before falling to Texas Southern in the semifinals of the conference tournament. Ruffin has scored in double figures in 6 of the 7 games he's played this season for Jackson State, including all 4 conference games. Ramel Mansell left the game early after a flagrant 2 foul was called against Prairie View A&M in the first half, finishing with 5 points and 7 rebounds in 17 minutes of action. So hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he is okay. Okay, so what do you guys think about Shady McCoy? Let me pull that up. Shady. Dr. Kanisha Shady said that he should be the head coach of the football team at Howard.
What's the name of Dr. Kanisha's book? I need to read that one. She the one got the sex book, right?
Yes.
Y'all get on me for a while, but Dr. Kanisha can get a sex book and put one out. hey, Dr. Kanisha. I know I'm kind of rowdy, but I ain't putting no sex book out. We see the book. Yeah. I'm in my 50s. I've been having sex a long time. I don't need no book about it.
It's a book for women.
If you got to read a book and you go past 40, you don't know what you're doing no way, baby. You ain't got to write me no book about sex. Now you got to write me a book about how to.
Oh, it's a book about women's empowerment. Just because a man knows how to do whatever it is he knows how to do, that don't mean that is what a woman wants, or that's what is pleasuring for a woman.
I always try to hold my tongue, but I'm not. When a man finds a woman, he provides for her. He will lose his life for his woman. He'll buy a woman a car, he'll buy a house, he'll do everything in the world. A woman don't need no empowerment. Black men need some empowerment. We need to learn how to tell our women no. The Bible says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing, and he should never depart from that. Men are taught, and men are taught at a young age, a good man is to respect your woman, make sure she's okay. That's your wife. The Bible says your wife is your conscience. Before you even think about it, if you don't go through your wife with it, you're not even doing it as a man. So we need to get some men to say, hey man, we need to stop listening to our wives so much. Because a wife is a cautious person. And to be successful, you can't always be cautious. So if I would have started my business,
this is not about that. This is about this. This is about
just raw ass sex. But y'all get the sex. That's
what.
Oh
no, this is not just about that. It's
okay,
about
well, what's about?
women.
You read the book. What's about? Tell me what.
I haven't read it yet, but I know what it's about. It's about
how you going to defend something you ain't read?
Because it's about sexual satisfaction of women. Women go through different stages of life, especially sometimes, when you get a certain age, you have,
It's called menopause.
No, not just menopause. Women have times where they are a lot more sexually aroused when they're older, when they're younger. There's different phases. Sometimes you might not feel like doing it. Sometimes you might just want to do it every single day. It's just,
So y'all need to write a book about that.
Yes, because some women don't know how to explain it. Some women don't know how to express them.
Let me explain it from a male perspective.
We don't want a male perspective. How you gonna tell a woman how she feels?
Because when I have to work every day to make sure the bills is paid, to make sure the kids got what they need on their back, and you tired and you got a headache, we don't write no book about that shit. We just deal with it. I can't think of every married man I know. Any married man that's listening to me right now, y'all say no. Men have never said no to their wives. But
yeah, the 10 minutes. The 10 minutes ain't cutting it. 10 minutes.
But I need to write. Well, that's no. Who said 10 minutes? Hey, these men do 45 minutes. I said I do 10 minutes because that's all the time I got for you. If what I'm finna do for you ain't gonna happen in 10 minutes, it's either something wrong with you or something wrong with me. I'm not finna be running around no damn bed with you for no damn 45 minutes. For what? If I ain't done that in 10 minutes, either something wrong with you or something wrong with me. And I just took my pills. I paid for them, so I know ain't nothing wrong with me. Yeah, come on, bro. At 54 years old, if it take me 45 minutes to do it, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. That's any woman. If a man got to roll in the bed with you for 45 minutes, either he don't know what the hell he doing or you don't know what the hell you doing. Because I'm going to start with you, and I'm going to make sure you good, then I'm going to get me. It takes me 5 minutes. If any woman knows anything about sex, if a man know how to get down and do what he's supposed to be doing, it don't take 45 minutes.
Can we talk about Shady now?
What my name? You know what? You don't know what your own damn name is. But a man that knows what he's doing, it don't take that long. If you gotta be on a woman for 30 minutes, somebody don't know what the fuck they doing.
Okay, so let's move on.
I'm sorry, and I ain't never heard a girl told me a lie about that.
All right, so
if you're an expert at what you're doing, I ain't got to write no book about it.
10 minutes.
You got to know where everything is located and how to use where it's located. It don't take 30 minutes.
We talking about basketball and
you showed me that book though. I'm showing you the book that I know about.
I'm gonna send it to you so you can read, learn something.
No, but you showed me. I know a woman's body better. I know the woman's body better than she knows it. Because as a man, I'm supposed to know her body. I'm supposed to know a woman's body. I'm supposed to know where everything on her body is located.
If you are 25 and under, you cannot be on this. Yeah. You need to get off for 10 more minutes.
Yeah. So you just got the wrong man.
Is the commander? What is the commander's score?
I think everybody want to listen to what we talking about. But
because you over here talking about 10 minutes, and I don't want to discuss.
You just sold me a sex book about what a man should know. If you at my age,
it has nothing to do with what a man should know. It's a woman's guide to empower and enhance sexual experiences in the evolution of life. This is not about the man.
Who's gonna do it with you? To empower, let me tell you the best thing I can tell a woman, and I would always
No. We don't want to hear nothing about what you want to tell a woman in bed.
Well, let me tell you what I got 3 children by the same woman. You know what I asked her one time? If I'm not doing something right, you tell me how it should be done. That's the first thing I learned. Just ask the woman. Don't be telling my babies are good.
Now you over here talking about 10 minutes. So
well, it shouldn't take but 10 minutes if you know what you're doing.
All right.
Ain't nobody going. You should be able to be in the bed for 45 minutes. If you ask that woman, how do you want it done? And she teaches you how it should be done, it shouldn't take that long.
You're right. Ladies and gentlemen,
that's my opinion.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all buy the rose.
Buy the book. And buy the book that she was selling. They ain't got nothing against your book. But yeah, I'm just ask the woman. My thing is ask the woman what she wants and ask the man what he wants. Sex is not complicated. If you ask, I like it this way, and you do it this way, okay, it's kind of simple. You ain't got to write a whole damn book about it. It's just my opinion. Hey, Doc, that's not shooting down your book. I'm not shooting down your book, but you know, this is a man with 3 kids at 30-something years old. I think I know a little bit now.
All right, so we're moving on to Shady McCoy and the interview that he did with Delaware State coach Deshaun Jackson. And this is an excerpt from the podcast that he recently did. So I'm going to go ahead and play it, and then I want your thoughts. Oh, wait. Why it didn't play? There we go.
Howard
said, "Oh my God,
Howard, listen, you guys got a lot of great history and tradition, you know, and it would be an honor to accept the head coaching job
at Howard
University, and I will make sure that them young brothers will be good, be disciplined, and be great young men.
Oh,
and we're gonna win championships.
Y'all see what's going on?
And you gotta offer me a lot of money. You feel me? Howard. I'm reaching out once again.
Ooh, and that'd be crazy.
Come on.
You just put your bid in right now. Howard don't play.
Okay, so so I don't know if he was just trying to be funny, or if maybe it was just some banter.
I think he was being who he is. He's trying to belittle black
Who is
universities.
he?
Like I don't know who that cat was, but I think he played basketball, didn't he? I don't think it was I don't think it was that damn good. But that's the way people joke about
Hey,
HBCUs. It's
he
just like
played football.
if I played, I don't know the cat. You asked me who it was, but I saw a couple dudes on YouTube. The joke is if you play sports, they'll just take anybody. That's what the joke was. You know that, right? Howard, Morehouse, Spelman, whoever the school is, as long as we got an active, as long as we activists, we'll take y'all. And I guarantee you they didn't go to HBCUs because he wouldn't be that damn demeaning. You see Michael Vick acting like that? Michael Vick taking his job in a humble way.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Vick is actually taking his job very seriously. But that's the thing now, that it's almost like a joke when you coach for HBCU now. All I gotta do is play sports and I can be a basketball coach because they ain't shit. That's pretty much what they saying. If you listen to what he was really saying, it's not what he was saying. It's the laughter behind it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
You wouldn't say that about Ole Miss. And Brent, if a white guy went to coach at Ole Miss, you think he'd be joking and laughing like that? That means they don't take you seriously. Just think about it. If Peyton Manning wanted to coach at Ole Miss, would he be laughing and joking like just call the next number up?
Mm.
No, he'd be like, Ole Miss has got a good football program. I like the coaches. I like their legacy. And, I don't know if I'm up to the level to coach for them, but it'd be an honor for me to coach for Ole Miss. You speak with respect. Do those guys sound like they're talking respect about HBCUs?
When I looked at probably half of the interview, and
I only have to listen to 10 seconds to that to know my opinion of it. If you want a coaching job, you don't laugh about a coaching job because they don't take you seriously. That's what that is.
right.
If I'm trying to I'm gonna do a business with Maximilian with his oil company. Yeah, I do a business with Maximilian. Hey, he funny as hell. No, I'm not taking you because you're not taking me seriously. Anytime you laugh and discuss me at the same time, that means you're not taking me seriously. That's my opinion. Now, maybe I'm reading more than that I should, but I think that's what that is. Because he would not talk about Tennessee State like that. He would not talk about Texas A&M because some niggas will lose their jobs for talking that recklessly about Texas A&M. But it's okay to laugh about HBCUs. You didn't see them laughing? You think they would talk that way about Texas A&M and Tennessee State? Do you really think that?
No.
There would be some humble damn church mouses when if Tennessee State was even halfway considered them for assistant coach's job. Tennessee State got a good program. I never played there, but I think they got a good program. I respect the coaches there. They're going to talk respect. When you get on the podcast, start laughing, that means they don't respect you. And I know they didn't go to HBCUs. That's some PWI Negroes.
Mm.
That's the way they move. And then you want to call yourself a brother, then you didn't damn near shitted on your own colleges. Because of, I'm just gonna be factual about it. Everybody got a lot of problems with that. Deion set the standard for that. That you can leave the college and talk about them like dogs. That's why once the guy went over to Bethune-Cookman,
Mm-hmm.
he got that from Deion. I can say anything about these Negroes. They don't give a damn. They don't deserve no my respect. You lucky I'm here. It's some of these coaches like TC. That's why I'm glad we got TC Taylor. Because he's us. I'm glad we ain't got to put up with them Negroes. Now, Mike is different. Michael Vick is a different dude. The dude for Tennessee State, what's his name? What's it?
Eddie George.
He's built differently. They give a shit. These clowns, bro, we don't need no clowns like that.
So LaShawn McCoy is a former NFL running back. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champion. The Philadelphia Eagles drafted McCoy in the second round of the 2009 draft, and he played for them from 2009 to 2014.
What college did he go to? PWI, guarantee you.
And I want to say, was it Pittsburgh? University of Pittsburgh.
You see how loosely how he was laughing about that? You think he'll talk about the University of Pittsburgh like that? You want to coach a university? He could be the fucking water boy at the University of Pittsburgh. I'd be an honor. That was my college, my alumnus. I love that college. He don't laugh when he talks about them white people. You said they were throwing their feet up. That's the way them Negroes do you. Them house Negroes. And you will never be at HBCU because you're not like us. I'm just glad we got TC. I'm glad that Mike Vick is like one of them real coaches. Man, that's why you don't hire them clowns. It's a clown. Those are clowns. So that's Eddie George is a real ass coach, and we damn no show TC is the truth. And Michael Vick is the truth. Those are clowns. And we know when you need to start watching how we let in our house. Because we'll diminish ourselves like that. These people are joking about you. They're not taking you seriously. And they really think they can get a coaching job.
So the reason why I don't like it is because that these folks that are coming in, they can basically blame their lack of success on, well, I didn't have enough resources, or
we don't have enough money. Yeah.
I have enough NIL, or I wasn't getting paid enough, as a reason as to why they're losing, when in reality, it's just that they can't coach. That's what I don't like about it. They're saying the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, they put the business in.
So I'm going to show you a video of the parade.
But that's my opinion. That's my opinion of that, though.
That's your opinion? Let me show you the parade. It was raining and everything.
Opinion.
No, it's not. It's on this show. It's opinion.
Well, y'all say what y'all want to say, but I say what I say. It's opinion.
Opinion. It's a thing. It's a thing. You're just now getting here, so.
I got it. Yeah.
Let's see, did it come up?
It's just a scene. We got people out here just acting out. People celebrating. You motherfucking right. We
I heard it. I heard it today. I heard it yesterday.
It's just a scene. We got people out here just acting out. People celebrating. You motherfucking right. We live in Jacktown. Can't nobody do it better than Jackson State. I've been here 60 years, and they still do it.
Right.
Now, what's your opinion? I saw it yesterday, and I just shook my head.
I loved it. I loved it. Everybody, listen. When we say that the Jackson State Tigers, that they showed up and showed out in terms of making sure to let those young men know that they're appreciated and that was brought back to the city. I love it. I even loved, I'm going to show you.
But you put the cussing part in, though. You put the cussing part. What's your opinion on that?
SEC. When you took over at Jackson State as head coach, you didn't have nothing. The players had left. The coaches had left. You know what I'm talking about? Didn't leave TC with nothing.
Facts.
Nothing. Why they going on to the other pastor? Coach, how did you do this? How did you build this?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, tonight, this is a special night, though. First of all, my wife, my family, them over here. Look at them. Over there looking good. But, you know, I wasn't left with nothing because I had you guys.
You got to ask CC. When you...
Yes. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. This was probably one of the most well put together, like, celebrations for an HBCU. Here's some more things that were said by our coach.
Can I say this? No, can I interrupt? at the Celebration Bowl when TC's son was with him.
Uh-huh.
The way he was looking at his father. There's no better image in this world than that way that young man was looking at his daddy when he won the Celebration Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
When he looks just like TC. And as a father, I know what that looks like. And I was so happy for TC that his boy could look at him and say, my daddy's the man. When they was yelling his daddy's name out, he bumped his daddy. And he was just, you didn't see the joy on his face. And as a father that got sons, that was a good moment for TC. And I love that for him. Because every black man wants to look like that in front of his child. And TC deserved that one, though. But that was a beautiful moment. If you go back and look at it, the way his son looked at it.
You know, I had a chance to interview both him and his son the day before the Celebration Bowl. And he, you know, his son was with him at all the other previous Celebration Bowls as well on the field. And so for him to be able to say, my daddy did it, that is a wonderful story. Here is TC again speaking about winning in the city of Jackson.
How do you start to process turning the page, not moving on from all of this, but kind of getting ready for 2025, using 2024 as motivation to do it again?
I think you hit the nail on the head right there. You know, we played on national television with a SWAC championship and, you know, the Celebration Bowl. That is a recruiting tool in itself. And then we were able to, you know, go out and win in a dominant fashion. So, you know, we use that. You know, we've been recruiting at a high level since I, you know, been blessed to be the head coach here. We're going to continue that. You know, we're having fun right now. We're winning championships. We want to try to continue that tradition here at Jackson State.
How do you start to process turning the page, not moving on from?
And you know what was even better is the coverage from all of the media outlets. So WABT was there. Who else was there?
WLBT, they didn't do a good job. But ABT did a great job. They covered the whole thing.
One of them covered the whole thing.
WABT, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Channel 16. You ain't from there. It's Channel 16.
Just because I'm from there don't mean I don't know.
No, but I know the channel. Like Woody, you know, what Woody say, you know, we know the channel. Channel 12 don't never be no damn well. I need Channel 12 probably show up. You want the news, you go to WLBT. But WLBT did a good job.
By the champions. Yes, that was so beautiful.
It was.
I loved the fact that the city and the school prioritized making sure that people were going to be able to attend the parade. They also had, I want to say they had Jim Hill there. They had Lanier.
Forest Hill.
In there, Forest Hill.
And Jackson State, them high school bands, they are outstanding. Mm-hmm. I see why Jackson State's band is so good, because we got a lot of good recruits. Because they all look just like Jackson State, if you didn't notice. I think all the students are preparing to go to Jackson. That's a good thing, too. I was proud of those bands.
Murrah was there. All GPS.
They all look good. Yeah, they all look
Forest
good.
Hill, Callaway.
I was extremely proud of the high school bands. Extremely proud of them. because they came, their uniforms together, and they look like somebody. They look like better than bands in Atlanta. And I see the pride that those band directors put in those students. You don't even see that here. So I was extremely proud of those students.
Provine as well. And then JTV videos, of course, that's the nephew. Go ahead and drop in the comments. He recently posted the Sonic Boom of the South performing at the HBCU National Championship Parade. Yeah, can we not be in here talking about racist comments? I don't even know what that means, but I don't know if y'all are trying to get my channel scratched or what that means. Like, what racist comments are they talking about? So please don't be in my comments talking about racist stuff, because we don't talk about anything racially motivated on this channel, and I'm not trying to get my channel scratched.
Well, that's
So
what your people that should delete them, because that's just somebody.
Yeah, they need to delete that. Ain't nobody saying nothing racist over here, so y'all need to stop with that BS in my chat. Thank you.
That's what they call sending somebody for you.
Why are people sending somebody for me? We not
Because
saying nothing.
let me tell you something that my mom and daddy used to tell me. Anytime two black people get together and talk, there's a problem with white people.
I think these are white people. These are black people in the comments saying no racist comments.
Well, and then the second thing is before you defend. Malcolm X talked about that, and some of these people in my chat's gonna know what I'm talking about. Malcolm X said, "You ain't never got to worry about the white man coming against you. It's gonna be the black man gonna come against you first. It's gonna defend the white man for you." I ain't got just go listen to Malcolm X speak. See, we're used to that. So we trying to have a conversation about Jackson State, and the people that saying this racist probably ain't never spent 30 seconds on the HBCU campus, and they probably don't know about blackness. Racism is truth. When we talk about what's going, but don't feed into that.
But I would like them to stop saying it, because it's not. I don't have any.
Well, delete him. Put him off your page. Get your two people to put him off your page, because he's here for some other stuff. Because he's bringing up, when you bring up non-existent stuff, that means you got an ankle. Because he's trying to go show that to somebody. Any Negro talks about the well-being of black people and say we talk about racism, it's not a Negro I need to dissociate myself with. Black people cannot be racist. To be racist, you have to have power. We can be bigoted. You can be a bigot. A bigot cannot change your lifestyle. Francis Welk talked about that. Sir, we're not in a position to be racist. We're trying to keep our little universe together. Racism means I don't hire you for a job. Racism means I don't give you a bank loan. Racism means you can't live in my neighborhood. So black people have never been racist. So you need to get the term before you call us something. And any black person should research that. A black person can be, we can be biased, but we can never be racist. Racism requires power.
All right.
That's what I learned at Jackson State. But yeah, I don't know what he learned. But maybe he went to Kentucky University. Might have taught him a little something differently. But that's what we call racism. Racism requires power, sir.
Moving right along.
I don't want to show my education, but it is there.
You said you don't want to show it?
Yeah, because I'm trying to be funny, but don't try me on. Yeah. I'll make you laugh, but I'll check your ass when you're out of line now.
Lord. Okay. Well, thank you.
I've never in my life seen a racist black person. You tell me the black person I know. Racism requires power and control. When the last time that a black person said you can't go to Jackson State? A white person can't go to Jackson State. You're not allowed. We're gonna give you bad grades. We're not gonna finance you no car. We're not gonna finance you no business. Racism requires power. Anytime somebody say black people are racist, tell me how we can change your life. You get up in the morning fucking with us. We don't have the power to fool with y'all. We might be biased against y'all. Now we have a right to be, but we're never gonna be racist. I'm sorry. Let's correct ourselves.
Yes. So I'm getting ready to show you guys a video of the big screen TV that was in the parade, in which the Celebration Bowl game was literally playing the highlights of that game. Wait, I have to mute it because I hear Glorilla. I don't want my stuff to get. And they were throwing candy, but you know, they was playing the Celebration Bowl highlights on that big TV down the parade. Yes, Russell Haynes. So we saw in 4K, no, in 8K, we saw you getting yeah belt to ass. In 8K, all of those highlights. I even saw the AJ Petty interception. I'm glad that the Detroit Lions are losing because they traded or put James Houston on waivers. So I hope they lose every game.
Yeah, because Houston played a damn good game for them. I don't understand that to this day.
Yeah, so I hope they lose right now. I hope they lose every other game for the rest of I don't even want them to go anywhere.
That boy went to war for them, and then
Yeah.
that was the craziest shit I've ever seen in the NFL. Like taking like team. Come on, that boy was a beast. I think it's because we went.
Every game.
Yeah. I hope Houston don't give. I hope James is still out there doing his thing though, because he deserves a spot on the team. Because the Atlanta Falcons could use him. We just went and paid for Judon, and Houston way better than him. Judon is 45 years old on a Social Security check.
What?
We got this dude named Judon from the New England Patriots. Dude is almost 40 years old. James Houston, come on, bro. Ain't no competition. But you can't recruit this dude. I'm a big fan of Houston, too. That boy, he's a monster. He'll get his chance, though. They always do it. He'll get his chance. If he just stays in health and keep doing his thing, he'll be out there. Has anybody seen the boy play? You saw him play. You saw him play with the Lions. He's a dog. You think that'd have been Ellis, a white boy that was playing like that? That shit would have went like that?
Now he's with the Cleveland Browns, and the Cleveland Browns suck.
Well, I know Houston's a good football player. And he deserves his chance. But, what can I really say? We know how it works.
Let me see if my TikTok is working. Damn, sorry, TikTok isn't available now. A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the U.S. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he'll work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. If this isn't the biggest crock of SHIT I've ever heard of in my life.
Did they really cancel it?
Yes.
I didn't know. I don't use TikTok. I don't know. I all thought that dude was just dance around.
Let me show you what it says.
And it told a lot about how y'all really feel about Deion Sanders.
I'm sorry.
And when I say that, I mean in terms of...
You can't play that while we're talking.
I was trying to do something else, but I had this on my, I don't know how to use this iPhone, that MacBook. I'm learning. I paid $2,000 for this something. Don't know how to use it. I just might as well got me a $200 computer. I'm still trying with it. You got to put the 2 fingers, the 4 fingers, and all that. That was it. But go ahead. What was you going to tell me? I was trying to get the chats in.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, but clearly I don't know what I'm doing, so I apologize. I apologize.
So this is what it says on TikTok. Do you know what a crock load of SHIT this is? So the reason why this is a load of crock is because where do you think the TikTok ban came from? It
I have no
literally,
idea.
it was literally introduced by President Trump.
I don't know.
Trump is the one who introduced the TikTok ban a year ago.
I think for purposes of national security that we really need to be careful about TikTok because China is not our best friend. They really not. Now, do I believe that? I don't know. They know probably sometimes more than we know. But if you ever seen that, what's the name of the movie when they started taking control of our cars and stuff and running them into each other and stuff, and it was kind of destroyed our country? The movie. Somebody put in the chat that China kind of took control of the cars that we have, our computers and everything, and start putting stuff that was not true. That can be used against us. It really can be, because America's already not a stable country. So all we need is somebody to just shut some cars down and we'll act the fool. So do I believe in banning TikTok? I think it's really, gotta be really careful when you start telling Americans what apps they can't use.
This literally says in 2020, an executive order on addressing the threat posed by TikTok by the authority vested in me as president by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, including International Emergency Economic Powers Act, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
I, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America, find that additional steps must be taken to deal with the national emergency with respect to the information and communications technology and services supply chain. Basically, it says that the threat is that TikTok is owned by a Chinese company, and that.
Well, let me say this in all fairness, because China does block Facebook, Instagram, and they don't let things in their country they feel like it's a threat to them. So in fairness, we probably need to look at it the same way, because China, they regulate what comes in their country. So you really got to be careful I know we got our own freedoms, but when China regulates everything that people see, North Korea don't see nothing. China is not much different from North Korea. They regulate every app that comes into their country. So we got to be really careful when we let people free willy stuff into our country too. Now, am I saying they're right or they're wrong? But I know China regulates people. So
I think that Donald Trump wanted to just be the one to save TikTok.
No, Joe Biden actually did that. If you want the truth, he was the one that really pushed it.
Pushed what?
Deleting
the ban?
TikTok. That was TikTok. Yes.
No, it was not. It was Trump.
Joe Biden carried it too.
Pulled up the executive order by Donald J. Trump in 2020. He's the reason why there's a ban in the first place. And they were trying to get TikTok to sell it, and China doesn't want to sell it to us because it makes a lot of money.
I think what they were saying is the China government has to give up the authority, because China is not our friend. You just got to be honest.
China owns the United States.
Well, okay. Well, I'm just saying that we have to be careful with things like, what matters to national security, you just got to trust them a little bit. You got to give them some trust. They
had a Chinese balloon just flying around United States, and did nothing happen to them. They just had a weather balloon, allegedly.
Well, China's not America's friend, and nor is America friends to black people. So I'm kind of caught in a bad.
Our biggest imports come from China.
I understand it, but China's also an adversary.
Your shirt was probably made in China.
I get that, but they're still an adversary. So you have to look at it from that perspective.
Things in your ears probably made in China. Thing that you smoking probably made in China.
So what that mean? We should move to China then, should
Mhm.
we have to protect our own. We have to protect our own national security at the same time too. You know, I'm in the oil business, so they don't let Arab oil companies own oil companies in America. I'm in the oil business, and it's for a
They
reason.
don't let black people own them either.
Hell, I own one. I ain't the biggest one, but I'm a small one. But it's the black folks do it. We just don't talk about it. Herman Russell will take. A.J. Russell, one of the largest truck companies in the Northeast. He had his. We get our cut, but more people should get cuts. But that's got nothing to do with national security, though. At the same time, you know, we even as corporations, we have to look at what's for the best interest of the country too.
Not Fascism Monday.
Yeah. So,
what do you think about Valley being the cancellation of Donald Trump?
I think the best thing ever happened to Valley. Because I don't think nobody was going to show up for his damn parade, and he knew his numbers was not going to look good. Donald Trump canceled that parade for a reason. Because wasn't nobody going to be there. It's going to be Valley and a bunch of rednecks from Arkansas and South Carolina. Wasn't nobody going to go to that parade. He knows that. So Donald Trump knows to not to have a bad image, he canceled it. He knew what it was going to look like. He already knew. We have Valley State and probably a couple of high schools. Nobody likes Donald Trump. He knows that. So now he can't lie about the numbers now. So it's 3 people in the parade. He already looked at the people who was going to show up. Donald Trump is a tactician. He's a piece of shit.
So basically, it wasn't going to look like Obama's inauguration.
There you go. There you go.
So he didn't want.
I just canceled it because of the weather. What he gonna make up a reason?
He said that it's going to be. It is supposed to be some. It's supposed to be cold.
Right. You remember when Barack Obama got elected? It was 15 degrees. Donald Trump knows his. Donald Trump will never turn down a crowd. He don't give a damn if them folks die of hypothermia. That's Donald Trump. He just knew his numbers was not going to look good. And he knew they were going to compare it against. Yeah, he saw what was happening. And if the Donald Trump canceled parade, come on now. He knew the numbers was going to be. He knew it was going to be looking shitty. And he's going to have all them protesters. They're going to be throwing milk bottles at his ass, so he can't walk down the street without ruckus, you know what I mean? So he knew it's going to be hell. So he just wants to go. Donald Trump, the only reason he ran for office is just not to go to jail. He don't even want to be the president again. If they would have threatened to arrest Donald Trump, his ass would have ran for president.
Well, with my little 2 hours that I have left before the place closes, I'm going to go have some fun, y'all.
I enjoyed y'all. I was supposed to be for 15 minutes. That's why I agreed to a 15-minute conversation. And I was trying to leave.
I didn't want to cut you off and be rude.
No.
I wouldn't want to be rude and be like, hey, you said 15 minutes. You need to leave. Like, I didn't want to do that.
Don't put me on it like I was trying to stay on here, too. I'm trying to go, I got my little Mexican restaurant. I got a Mexican restaurant downstairs for me, y'all. And they get them margaritas now. It's margarita hour. Probably missed it.
Jay, you need to, I don't know what you're going to do. How you going to fix it, Jay?
I enjoyed y'all.
I wonder
I love y'all.
What happens to all my TikTok? I wonder what happens to all my TikTok information. Like, does it just?
I don't think they go.
Does it get deleted or?
I think it'll be fine. I think this goes. I don't know what's going to happen, but I looked at CNN. They're like it might be like a year before anything even happens. I think they're trying to bluff TikTok and turn ownership over because they know that. You close that social media website down, America's going to say, now what's next? So I think they're just trying to bluff China into to relinquish ownership. That's my opinion. I think they have no intention of closing TikTok down.
Why would the Chinese people do that?
What do you mean?
Why would they sell $1 billion?
Because they're adversary to us.
Oh. So this is I'm gonna play in this is basically for anybody who's on TikTok. or who makes money through TikTok, or, you know, who watches TikTok.
How you gonna fix it? You done messed me up the jobless visit. I done called the police because I'm doing a refund. A refund is due unto me. Don't feel like I just been abused down here today. God ain't pleased with this. You can't do the Saints like this. Boys, I don't even know what I'm gonna sit out here telling the police car. I'm gonna sit out here telling the police car.
You hate that, don't you?
We didn't even hear it.
You didn't? Who didn't hear it?
I asked anybody if they hear it because I didn't hear it.
Did y'all hear it?
Nope. And I'm glad we didn't, because you know I hate that. How we gonna fix it? Nobody heard it. I'm glad we didn't. So
everybody else heard it. Everybody else
they hear
heard it.
Well, God is a gracious God, because He didn't get to let me hear it. Y'all, I'm trying to get my. I go to Africa around this. I stay gone for like 3 months. So I'm trying to get my little 3 months of African stuff planned. So if I ain't on it, I'll hit y'all from Ghana, Sierra Leone, or wherever I'm at. And so I'll hit y'all back from there. I got to go get with my people over there. So
all right, you be safe.
All right, we done now? Are we done?
Are we?
Can I go?
Yeah. You going to sleep? You going to bed?
No, I'm
you have a good night.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Enjoy your evening.
I'm going where I go to.
All right. Enjoy your evening, sir. Have a good night.
I am, ma'am. Thank you, sweetheart.
All right. You ain't got no peeps in Sierra Leone. Is Mumford musty and it's outside? How is Mumford musty and it's outside? Oh, Lord. Miss Natasha, what is wrong with you? Y'all be clowning. Detroit's going to lose. I love it. I love it. I really, really love it. Detroit is losing. Detroit is losing. All right. So I wanted to say congratulations to Doug Williams, the Grambling State quarterback, former, I want to say, what is Doug Williams' title with the Commanders? I forgot. Let me say that before we get off of here. He's a senior advisor to the Washington Commanders at this time. You're doing a hell of a job. Okay. No, Miss Jasmine, they cut James Houston. So no, I do not like Detroit any longer. I used to be a Detroit fan when James Houston was on there. Oh, I was a big fan. And then they cut him. And so then I no longer liked them. That's how that went. That's how that went. Has Southern ever won a Celebration Bowl? Maybe in their dreams. I ain't never seen it before. Don't forget, Doug is a former starting Tampa Bay quarterback. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Is he the first black quarterback? Or the first black starting quarterback? I know they feel bad. In the whole regular season, they only had 6 drop passes, and tonight they had 3. So what was it? Was it the Washington Commanders defense or what? They just played the 3-man front right there, but we all know like there's nothing that they can do. There's absolutely nothing they can do. Even if they scored 7, how many? They are literally 2 touchdowns. They got to have 2 touchdowns. I'm so glad he lost. You cut my player. So I'm happy that you lost. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, nephew.
T,
Yes.
how am I gonna fix it?
Okay, so what's the problem? I'm not understanding what happened. TikTok was canceled. What does that have to do with CapCut?
I just found out CapCut is owned by the same company as TikTok.
I mean, they cut CapCut off too?
Basically, any app that's owned by ByteDance, which is the company that owns TikTok, that gets taken as well. So apparently, people just thought that it was just TikTok leaving, but no.
It's over. Interception. I'm not dancing because of you. Okay, can you tell me about CapCut? Like, why is CapCut so good for? Is that what you use to edit your Sonic Boom videos in terms of the transition between the two?
I literally just downloaded it yesterday and I was gone.
You pay for it?
No, it's free, but if I want like premium stuff, I gotta pay, but I don't need that. But still, it's just, oh my God, how am I gonna fix it? Don't play the clip again. I need to hear it.
I think I should pour one up for TikTok. Let me
Pour
go
one
get
up.
my
Pour
Let me
another one
go
for CapCut.
CapCut, and they said lemonade, but I don't know what lemonade
How
is.
you gonna fix it? You done messed me up to death with this. I done called the police because I'm doing a refund. A refund is due unto me. I feel like I just been abused out here today. God ain't pleased with this. You can't do the Saints like this. Boy, I don't even know what I'm gonna sit out here telling the police car. I'm gonna sit out here telling the police car. I'm doing a refund. Cause I'm doing one to me.
Mr. Ford.
Mr. Ford?
Mr. Ford, where you been? We've been looking for you. Oh wait, hold on. You and your connection in the gulag.
Mr. Ford, go to your regular spot where we talk at. Because we can't hear you.
Okay. All right.
How do I say
Can you hear me
goodbye?
now?
Yeah, a little bit better.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Oh, somebody getting the call. Who that?
Jay, you are so effing messy. It's ridiculous.
How am I messy? I just need somebody getting the call.
How you doing, Mr. Ford?
Hey, Miss Whitley. I'm doing good. I've been
Drink.
watching a lot of games today.
Drink.
Huh?
Drink.
What, a drink is an alcohol?
I was saying drink as take a drink. You said, hey, Miss Whitley, so take a drink. Drink.
Oh, I thought she brought the game to an end. Hey, Miss Whitley, your Buckeyes in town.
Ooh.
The Ohio State Buckeyes play here Monday night. You know, they got Notre Dame.
Oh, that's the national championship. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's here Monday night. Monday night.
Oh, Monday.
Hey, listen. Have y'all seen Southern's home schedule? It's awesome.
I seen
I
it.
think
I see a loss on there too.
they got Alabama State, they got Jackson, they
Loss.
got Homecoming, they got Florida A&M, they got the
Another
man.
loss.
Mr. Mona, can you pull up Southern's home schedule? Yeah, I did see the parade. I watched the parade. It was great. Hey, congratulations on your coverage, Mr. Mona. You did a great job.
Thank you. And you said you want me to pull up the men's basketball schedule?
I think you said no. I think it's about
No,
football.
Southern's football schedule for the home schedule. Did you hear about it? They got a great home schedule. Listen, if I was a person that could do season tickets with Southern, I would buy one. They got all the big time teams coming to Baton Rouge. They got Bama State. They got Jackson State. They got Florida A&M. They got Prairie View for homecoming. Oh, they home schedule is big.
I see at least one loss on there. You're on mute, Timona.
Mr. Ford.
Can you hear me?
So it's going to be Southern versus North Carolina Central in Atlanta for the
Right.
SWAC
That's it.
Challenge.
That's the big. Right.
And North Carolina Central has lost their offensive coordinator and they lost their cornerbacks coach recently. They lost their cornerbacks coach to
what about that? Offensive line coach too, and running back coach.
Oh, it was both. Wait a
went?
minute. I thought they lost their cornerbacks coach to Norfolk State.
And they lost their offensive line coach to Florida A&M, running back coach to Florida A&M.
Damn.
Yeah.
So they came over there and they just kind of took everything out the cupboard at North Carolina.
Now, where did the offensive coordinator go?
Oh, maybe I got it misconstrued. I thought the offensive coordinator went to FAMU.
Okay, that's Matt Leone.
You're saying it was just the offensive line.
Yeah, offensive line and running back coach went to FAMU.
Oh, okay. So whose side are you on, North Carolina Central or Southern, Mr. Ford?
Huh?
Who are you rocking with, Southern or North Carolina Central?
I'm rocking with Grambling. Yeah, I'm rocking with Grambling.
The correct answer is I'm
CAU.
rocking with Jackson State. That's who you should say.
That's who I'm rocking with. Yeah, I'm rocking with Grambling and CAU.
Okay, so let me clarify. The offensive coordinator is still there. It's the offensive line, the running backs coach to FAMU, and then the cornerbacks coach went to Norfolk State.
Okay. Yeah. They got it. Coach Vick has put together a nice offensive coaching staff. And I know have you ever heard about that staff Tremaine Jackson is putting together? Have you heard about that?
Talk about it, Mr. Ford?
Huh?
You want to talk about it? You want to talk about it before we get off of here?
Yeah, he got some big time
All right,
people.
so let's finish the Southern schedule.
Oh yeah, this is big, man. If I could buy that season ticket, this is gonna be a hot season ticket right here. Look at all these people that's coming to Baton Rouge. Bama State, Jackson State, Prairie View, Florida A&M, Texas Southern is coming. Man, listen. That's a nice home
They
schedule
got
right there.
one. Dang.
That's a nice home schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all those are going to be big games. Because listen, that's going to be for the West right there. That Prairie View game, when they come in there for that homecoming game, that's the 18th. Man, that's going to be that's going to be a raucous crowd down there. If Prairie View's winning and they winning, that's going to be a sellout. Yeah. Because Tremaine's got to come and put, he's got to put his dominance on Southern. Because I still say that Prairie View wins the West next year. I don't think they can win the SWAC. I don't think they can compete.
Nothing but he
yeah,
said
but they're gonna put Southern in their place.
Southern ain't nothing but a bluff on the bluff. Oh, ain't nothing but a bluff on the bluff.
Hey,
and
LeBaric
said that
bluff.
Southern's JSU shaking like a stripper.
You know, Southern got what, 500 acres, right? Don't they have 500 acres?
100 acres at?
They got 500 acres. Don't you start no mess. And they look. Don't they look over the Mississippi River? Does the Mississippi River flow through their campus? Huh?
I don't know.
Yeah, they got They got about 500 acres down there at Southern.
Mr. Ford, did you see the Washington Commanders beat Detroit?
Yeah, I stopped watching. Yeah, I kind of, because Detroit lost a lot in that defense. You know, that defense was hurt up. They couldn't stop.
I mean, they just shipped James Houston off.
Yeah,
you know,
and he's with
James Houston.
Who is he with?
Definitely he's with the Cleveland Browns now, but James Houston is money on third down for quarterback hurries.
Oh yeah. Well, he'll be all right in Cleveland. He'll be all right. Once they get that quarterback situation rectified, Cleveland's gonna be good.
All right, so and of course you know of that Doug Williams is over there.
Yeah, what is any VP? Any vice president?
Vice president? I thought he was just
is he a senior advisor or something? I remember.
Yeah, he's a senior advisor.
Senior advisor.
But
yeah.
I wanted to play or show you guys these clips. Of course, this is Doug Williams with the quarterback.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. And then, of course, this past. Sorry, y'all. I was pressing too many buttons. No, but I wanted to show you guys the. It was basically this past week, all of the team wore Doug Williams' number. Did you see that?
I'm sorry. What did you say, Mr. Mona?
They all had it on the number 17.
Yeah, I did see it. I think when he walked into the room and everybody had on number 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I thought that was really good. That was real sweet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, he led them to a Super Bowl.
They trying to repeat history.
Oh, yeah.
But and so who do they have to play now? Kansas City? Who do they play?
No, there's somebody in the national NFC.
Between the Bills and the
Bills are AFC. Kansas City is AFC.
Who have to play?
Just pull up
the Bills play the Baltimore Ravens tomorrow.
Oh, I just hope this the Ravens year. Man, because it's a sense of urgency now. We think that Todd Monken is going to get that Jacksonville job. So I need for Lamar to win that Super Bowl this year.
What do you think about Deion Sanders being the head coach for the Cowboys, Mr. Ford?
I told y'all I didn't think I would rather go with Steve Sarkisian. And that brings me back to something. Remember last week, Brother Bakari was saying, he was talking about North Dakota State. I went back and looked at North Dakota State this week. I didn't look at a whole game. I looked at some defensive highlights, some offensive highlights, some special team highlights. If they were in the FBS, they would be a top 25 team. I'm serious. They would be a top 25 team. If they were in the FBS, they're in the FCS, but if they were in the FBS, they would be top 25.
I really think that they like their position that they're at, which is top of the FBS. Like
that's right. I think they do too. I do. I agree with you.
In a small pond, they don't want to branch off, and they found their niche, and that's where they are. They're just going to sit on top of the world at the FCS level, schedule a couple of money games, come close to upsetting them, and that's the lane.
And let me tell you something. Deion Sanders was smart to schedule them early, because if he had caught them at the end of the season, he would have had some problems. He did it right to have them. They played them the first game, right? Didn't Colorado played North Dakota State first, right?
I think so, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, he did that right. Because if he had caught them at the end of the season or in the middle of the season, he would have had some problems. Yeah.
If they get an FBS offer tomorrow, they'll be gone by 9 a.m. I promise. Blue says they want to go FBS.
They do want to go?
That's what he said. They have to be invited.
Listen, hey, Blue, I looked at some stuff this week. I'm telling you, if they had been in the FBS, North Dakota State would have been a top 25 team. I'm telling you. They would have been a top. You remember last week on your show, Brother Bakari was saying that stuff about North Dakota State, and he said that Jackson could do this. Jackson, remember that?
Yeah.
That inspired me to go and look at North Dakota. And I did. I went and watched them. Like I said, I didn't do a whole game. I just looked at some highlights. And don't get me wrong, I'm better when I'm at a game than watching highlights and quarters and all of that. But I'm just telling you, personally, I think if they had been in FBS, they would have been a top 25 team. I really do.
What is it that you looked at? The trenches?
Yeah. They are so, Mr. Mona, they are so physical. Oh, the physicality, that's number one for them. They like a throwback, because, football really has become a lot of finesse now. You still got, some teams that are really physical in the trenches, but most teams now are finesse. North Dakota State is physical.
Is Detroit Lions finesse?
Defensively, yeah. They're finesse on defense. Yeah. Now their offense is precision. That guy's name is Ben Johnson. That guy does a great job with his play calling, his formations, his execution. Yeah, he does a great job at Detroit. Detroit's problem was that defense collapsed through injuries. They couldn't stop nobody. After they got all them people injured, they couldn't stop nobody. That's why I knew that they were in trouble against Washington, because Jaden Daniels is going to score. He's going to score. And Detroit, once that defense, they had all them people hurt. Remember that big guy they had from Michigan? He was a defensive end. I think he went out early. I don't know, early in the season. They were in trouble after he went out, because he was basically that pass rush. And he was physical. Detroit couldn't stop nobody. They were winning off that offense.
So, did you have a chance to see the Shady McCoy interview with Deshaun
what? Let me tell you something. It's gotten to be a joke now.
Wait, let me play it. Let me play it for a second. I'm going to play it, and then I want to get your thoughts on I want to get your thoughts on not just Shady McCoy, but on all of these new aged NFL players who feel like that they can just come into our space and play.
Howard,
He said, "Oh my God,
Howard, listen, you guys got a lot of great history and tradition, you know, and it would be an honor to accept the head coaching job
ooh, at Howard,
at
that'd be
Howard University.
crazy.
And I will make sure that them young brothers will be good, be disciplined, and be
That'd
great
be
young men.
crazy. Uh-oh.
And we're going to win championships.
Y'all see what's going on?
Oh, got to offer me a lot of money.
Uh-oh.
You feel me?
Uh-oh.
Howard.
Uh-oh.
I'm reaching out once again.
Ooh, hey, that'd be crazy.
Come
Look,
on.
you just put your bid in right now. Howard, don't play.
What do you think about that, Mr. Ford?
How he gonna teach somebody discipline? He wasn't disciplined himself. He has a lack of character. He got incidents down in Atlanta where I don't know if he got, I don't know if it was domestic abuse or something, but he has one of them, what you call them, reality TV mentalities. Shady McCoy? Are you kidding me? See, what it is, two things they want. They want to be back in the attention of everybody. They want to be in front of the cameras. And they're looking for a bag. Okay, now, I'm still waiting to see this whole thing with Deshaun Jackson. Now, Deshaun was electrifying, don't get me wrong. I think he for me, he was one of the greatest Eagles I've ever seen. But now, Deshaun was a character now. Deshaun was a character. I'm waiting to see how this works out, because how you going to teach discipline? You don't have no discipline yourself. Okay, you don't have no character yourself. So, you know.
I don't know. So it could be either one of two ways, which is because Deshaun Jackson was actually coaching at the high school level.
High school level, yeah, I heard. And then I heard John Taylor was his uncle. Did you hear that? Did you? Yeah, because John Taylor was one of the greatest Delaware State Hornets ever. Now he was, and you know, for about 10 years, he was the Z, and Jerry Rice was the ex for Joe Montana. They was something else out there at San Francisco. But I'm looking forward to seeing this. But this Shady McCoy talking about he want Howard. Are you kidding me? Please. Okay. I want the moon. That means I'm gonna get it.
I just don't think that they should be taking it. So here's my thing is when these coaches take these opportunities, they'll say things like, okay, I know that I have to bring resources to the table. Okay. But I don't want for folks to say, well, I couldn't win there because I didn't have the money or I didn't have the resources, when clearly HBCU football coaches have been doing it for years, working with much less and winning.
Oh, yeah. But my thing is, if Shady McCoy wants to coach, why not go back to the school you played for? He played it for the Pitt Panthers. Why you can't go up there and tell them people at Pitt in Pittsburgh you want to coach? Go back to the school you played for. What you worrying about Howard University for? Go back to Pitt. That's what you need to do. Go back to Pitt. That's who you played for. Howard University doing fine. Scott's doing a good job. Coach Scott's doing a good job. So you go back up there and ask, I think his name is Nordizzi, Pat Nordizzi. I might be mispronouncing his name. But the head coach at Pittsburgh is Pat Narduzzi. That's his name. I think it's Pat Narduzzi.
So they said that the people at Pitt don't want him influencing the kids.
I can believe it, because I think he got some questionable character going on, because I think it was an incident down here in Atlanta. You put it in that domestic problems with Shady McCoy in Atlanta. See if something comes up. Put it in your website. Domestic abuse. Yeah, something happened down there in Atlanta with him.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Put it in there. See if something comes up. Domestic abuse, Shady McCoy in Atlanta, Georgia. See if something comes up. And then you talking about you don't have no discipline yourself. You gonna teach somebody discipline? Oh, okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ex-girlfriend of LaShawn McCoy accuses him of physical abuse.
That's what I thought. Was it in Atlanta?
Other women contacted her with claims that McCoy physically abused them. Oh, yeah, that was in Fulton County.
That's what I thought. But now I'm saying you're gonna do all these things for Howard University. You don't even know how to act.
Wow.
Yeah, they looking for a bag and want to be in it. So all of a sudden now you didn't want to play for a HBCU, but now you want to come in and get all the money, and then you're gonna be the head coach. You can't, you ain't gonna put in no time. Now you was a running back, you can't come in as a running back coach or an analyst or something like that. You want to be the head man. Oh, come on. Go back to the Pitt Panthers. That's who you played for.
You might tell a joke, but you're not telling a lie.
Yeah, go back to them.
I just looked it up, Mr. Ford. It's on there.
Oh,
2017, 2018. Yep, it was on there.
Yeah. But I thought Vic put together a solid staff. Now listen, when you see that Prairie View staff,
I'm getting ready to pull it up.
Oh man. I was listening to this guy the other night. His show is called PV Against Everybody, or Prairie View Against Everybody. What's that guy's name?
Lionel Mosby.
Yeah, I listened to him the other night, and he was reading the biographies. That guy, and listen, you can tell that the Prairie View administration, from the president on down, has made a financial commitment to that coaching staff, because they named a lot of people, and they were saying they were still going to hire 3 to 4 more coaches. That's something else. Yeah.
They want to win.
They want to win.
Last but not least, when you come watch us play on that grass, we're going to get on them. And I made a statement before, and I stand by it. When we come off that hill, it's going to be trouble, because we're going to be prepared at a high level to be competitive, not only in the SWAC, but nationally and across the country. We're not here to be an elite SWAC school. We're here to be a premier elite FCS program.
Oh yeah.
You heard
y'all heard that at Southern, didn't you? You Southern folk, y'all heard that, didn't you? Hey, Terrence Graves, you heard that? With no offensive coordinator down there in Baton Rouge. Okay. He just threw down the gauntlet.
Mr. Ford.
Why you calling out Sudden?
Yeah, call out Southern, because they ain't got no offensive coordinator. They think they're gonna win again because the West was so weak. The West was weak as Sweetwater. And they think they're gonna win again. We'll see.
Mr. Ford, why you been throwing shots?
No. They think I keep telling y'all, Terrence did everything right, but one thing, he didn't have an offensive coordinator. I keep telling y'all that. He got away with that in the West because the West is so weak. That's why he got away with it. And then they come to Jackson for the SWAC championship game. What was the score? What was the score of the SWAC championship game?
Belt ass.
Okay.
It was somewhere like 43-14.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You know, who's counting? Who's counting?
Okay. So that man letting them know. Okay. So Southern put Prairie View on their schedule as their homecoming game. Okay. That's gonna be epic. Because I think that man coming to let them know y'all days is numbered as champions of the West.
All right, so I'm gonna pull up their schedule, and then I'm gonna go through some of the staff hires.
Oh yeah, the staff. Oh, Mr. Mona, they awesome. Oh, they awesome.
So we have Texas Southern, of course, Labor Day Classic, and then they're playing RGV. They're playing Rice and Northwestern State. So they have they go ahead and get their 3 out of conference games back to back.
Right.
Then they have Grambling on September 27th. That's going to be
That's Dallas. That's a Cotton Bowl, right?
Uh-huh. Then they're going to be in Alcorn on October 4th.
Okay.
They're going to be at Southern on October 18th.
That's Southern's homecoming.
Homecoming is against the North American Stallions on October 25th.
Uh-huh.
The 2 Northwestern State and the RGV game are 2 home games.
Ooh.
I didn't know that. RGV and Northwestern State are both home games. Then they have Alabama State at home. They have Alabama A&M as an away game. Then their last 2 games of the season are also at home, which is UAPB and Valley.
Listen, that's going to be a big time game. That's Coach Jackson versus Coach Shade. Now that's at Huntsville, right? That's at Alabama A&M.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a big game. That's going to be a big game.
Okay.
That's going to be a big game.
And then he accepted the Coach of the Year award at the AFCA.
Right.
All right. So we're going to go over Prairie View's coaching staff.
Right.
Whitley says, who is the North American Stallions?
That's like a Lynchburg or a Lincoln, somebody you beat up on for homecoming. That's what that is. Somebody
like
you can score.
A high school team.
Yeah, you can put 60, 70 points on them. Keep people happy at the homecoming. Because, one thing you don't do in black college football, you don't lose homecoming. That's how you lose your job. Yeah, that's how you lose your job.
Or you losing to Valley is how you lose your job.
Yeah, but homecoming, everybody's back. Everybody's charading around like they millionaires. And then you lose the game. Boy, listen, you talking about hell to pay.
Great.
Oh, all right. The defensive coordinator is Brandon Anderson. Coach Anderson joins Prairie View with a proven track record of building elite defenses at Valdosta State. His defense led the team to a 39 record, 2 GSC titles, and a national championship appearance in 2024, ranking 9th nationally in scoring defense. Previously, he crafted top defenses at Colorado Mesa, Lindenwood, developed standout players and achieving national rankings. He was a 2-time NAIA national champion linebacker at Sioux Falls. Coach Anderson brings a championship pedigree to the Hill. Let's see who's next, Joel. Trent Early.
Yeah, that's his assistant head coach. He brought him
he's
from
the co-defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
and he's
that's right.
coach.
Yeah, that's right.
And he got a lot of different coaching titles. Tell them they might want to hire a linebackers coach.
Yeah, but they work together real well. I saw them at Valdosta State. They work together real well.
All right. So Trent Early, Prairie View's assistant head coach, co-defensive coordinator, and linebackers coach, brings a wealth of experience and success at the collegiate level. Most recently, he spent 3 seasons at Valdosta State, where his defense ranked 9th nationally in total defense, 2nd in points allowed during the 2024 NCAA national title run. He also transformed their specials team, taking them from 102nd in punting nationally to 4th in just 2 years. Prior to VSU, Early coached at Colorado Mesa under Tremaine Jackson, leading a top 10 national defense. His career also includes impactful roles at USF, Texas, Northwestern State, and Oklahoma Baptist, developing elite talent like NFL draft pick Deadrin Sanat and All-American Malik Jefferson. A former collegiate linebacker at Texas Southern and Southern Arkansas, Early holds a bachelor's degree in sports management and a master's in physical education from the University of Texas. Lufkin is a Texas native. A Lufkin, Texas native, Early brings leadership, defense expertise, and a championship mindset to our program. So we're seeing that's 2 coaches that have the Texas pedigree, which is important for the ability to
he can recruit Texas.
Recruit Texas.
Yeah, he can recruit Texas.
We're going to see how it translates from D2 to FCS because, of course, we saw South Carolina State had some success in the MEAC. So we're going to see how that works. The defensive line coach is Kapono Roy Asuega. And he's bringing a proven record of building elite defensive units and developing standout players. He's a Southern California native of Hawaiian and Samoan heritage. So he might be able to get some of them Samoan players.
He's going to go into California. That's one of the things Tremaine has talked about. They're the closest HBCU to California. They want to bring some of that California talent out of California to Texas. This guy's going to do that. That's going to be his job.
He earned his bachelor's degree from Gardner-Webb University in 2013, and he's a 2-time junior college native, 2-time junior college national champion. In 2024, he led Texas A&M Kingsville's defensive line to elite performances, number 1 in the Lone Star Conference and number 3 nationally in red zone defense, 84 tackles for loss, 19 nationally, 2.8 yards per rush, 17 nationally, 99.6 rushing yards per game, 25 nationally, multiple all-LSC first-team defensive linemen. Previously, Asuega coached at Idaho, guiding the Vandals to back-to-back FCS playoff appearances, including a 2023 quarterfinal run and number 14 in FCS total defense. He mentored CFL BC Lions Juliano Falanico at Liberty University. He coached NFL CFL standout Jesse Lemonnier to MVP honors during the 2019 Cure Bowl victory. His extensive coaching career includes New Mexico Highlands, Southwestern Oklahoma State, Golden West College, consistently elevating defensive performance and earning player recognition.
So listen, if them kids get cold up there in that it's the division that has Montana State, North Dakota, those schools like that, and they want to come to Texas, he's gonna go get them. Yeah, if they go to them schools and you want to transfer, he gonna bring them kids. He gonna help bring them kids to Prairie View. Is that Mountain West? What's that conference called? It's not Mountain West, is it? What do they call it? A Big Sky?
Yeah, the Big Sky.
Big Sky. That's right. Yeah, He gonna bring them kids out of California, and he gonna get them what they call discontented kids up there in that Mountain West. They're gonna end up at Prairie View. You'll see.
How they gonna fix it, Mr. Ford?
No, they gonna fix it. They gonna bring them to Prairie View. They gonna bring them to the, what they call it, the hill. They gonna bring them to the hill.
How the rest of the West gonna fix it?
No, that man letting them know he finna take that West. He gonna take that West his first year.
Dang, the first year?
First year. He gonna take that West. You'll see. It ain't gonna take that guy because the West is so weak. Listen, everything. The strongest part of the SWAC is the East. All their best teams are in the East. That man getting ready to take this West. You'll see. He gonna take that this year. He gonna take that West.
Dang.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Just like that. Just take it.
Just like he gonna take it. You'll see. You gonna see.
Not even gonna be that hard. Just
and then these other please don't let Cornell Manor lead the SWAC. Alcorn needs an offense coordinator. Alabama State need an offense coordinator. Bethune-Cookman need an offense coordinator. Okay. Southern University needs an offense coordinator.
Wait a minute, Frederick.
Yeah, somebody needs to hire Cornell Manor. Don't let him lead the SWAC.
Mark Frederick still has his offensive coordinator position, Mr. Ford.
Listen.
Can't just be giving away folks.
Wait. Let me tell you something. Mark Fredericks is a running back coach and a recruiting coordinator. He is not an offense coordinator. I must say it from now on. He is not an offense coordinator. And as long as he's in that position as offense coordinator, them people in Baton Rouge will not take that program seriously. They're not going to do it because I've told y'all over and over. Jackson State fans are very smart people. They know football. Southern University fans, smart. They know football. Florida A&M's fans, smart. They know football. Grambling's fans, smart. They know football. And North Carolina A&T's fans, smart, and they know football. Okay? The only thing I'm mad with them A&T folks is that they have not forced that administration that get them out of that CAA where they're getting pimp slapped every Saturday. Yeah? Take your school.
Their women's team is winning.
That's all.
In the CAA.
That's all. Because your football team, listen, your football team getting pimp slapped every week in the CAA. You to everybody's homecoming. North Carolina Central put 66 on you. I think South Carolina State put over 50 on you. The color schools beat you.
Nephew, I hear you over there doing that messy little cackle.
I'm laughing at your facial expression. Oh man.
All right.
You said they got to take
Ford,
to the MEAC.
Huh?
Where they need to take the nephew said
Take
where they need
their
to
ass back to the MEAC. In a hurry. All you anti-alums, please get your school back where they deserve to be. You getting pimp slapped, you getting beat down. They treating you like you a $2 you know what. Making you the homecoming piece every week.
Not the homecoming piece.
Yes, what is the homecoming piece?
Okay, Mr. Ford, you whoa.
Lord, not the $2.
Yeah. $2. And then they pimp slap you, misuse you, and then send you back to Greensburg. Beat up.
Dang, not even $5?
Take your ass back to the MEAC, North Carolina A&T University. Hurry up.
Well,
all right, let me finish, and then I have a question for you. From Uncle Herschel. Lord have mercy. All right, he's in the chat. Darren Garrigan, DG, is the defensive backs coach. A little bit about Coach Garrigan. Let me see. Coach Garrigan is Prairie View A&M secondary and NFL liaison. He brings 16 years of coaching experience, 10 championships, a proven record of developing 29 professional players, known for producing elite defensive backs. His units at East Central, Texas A&M Conference, Incarnate Word, Texas Southern, and Valdosta State broke records and earned accolades, including a 2017 national championship. He was a standout DB at West Texas A&M and a professional player. Coach Didi combines his athletic expertise with a commitment to mentoring and advancing his players to the next level. Holding degrees in business, psychology, and sports administration, he embodies leadership and he demands excellence. That's Coach Gary.
Now, Mr. Mona, you can't see right here that the administration has put a financial commitment to this coaching staff.
They already had the money. They've been
but they listen. They have made a commitment to a championship program. Okay, it's obvious. I'm just listening to you read. Every time you read, know the word you keep using? Championship. Listen, they're going to take the West the first year. They're going to take the West.
Dang. They just going to pimp slap the West and say I'm here?
And they're going to pimp slap Southern on their homecoming.
Damn, Southern?
Southern. They're going to pimp slap Southern on their homecoming in Baton Rouge, probably in front of a packed house. Mumford, they probably put 30, especially if they come in there winning. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because Southern don't have what? An offensive coordinator. They don't have it.
The special teams coordinator, tight ends coach is Jackson Hadley. Coach Hadley, Prairie View A&M special teams coordinator, brings proven expertise in player development, recruiting, and offensive strategy to Prairie View, where he will oversee special teams and tight ends. He's a Clarksville, Tennessee native. He began his career at the University of Tennessee, contributing to the personnel recruiting department and coaching offense. After graduating from Tennessee, Hadley joined Samford University in 2019 as an offensive analyst and a QB assistant under Coach Hatcher. In 2020, he transitioned to Colorado Mesa University, where he coached tight ends under Coach Tremaine Jackson. By 2021, he expanded his role to include slot wide receivers and recruiting coordinator duties, helping tight end Dagan Rinks earn second team all RMAC. From 2022 to 2024, Hadley coached at Valdosta State University. He served as the tight ends coach and recruiting coordinator. And then he became this special teams coordinator in 2024. So technically, basically, a lot of these coaches he just picked up his staff and came to the SWAC, basically.
Yeah. He brought his Valdosta State staff with him.
Huh?
Yeah, he brought his Valdosta State. Now the guy that the offensive coordinator, I think, was at Sam Houston State.
Right. So we have one more coach after this one. This is Chris Buckner, offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach. Chris Buckner brings 14 years of coaching experience, including an FCS national championship with Sam Houston and multiple playoff appearances, a former New Mexico State wide receiver and defensive back. Buckner has coached wide receivers, running backs, and quarterbacks at various programs, including Sam Houston, Texas State, Southern Miss, Arkansas State, and others. His coaching history includes mentoring All-Americans and all-conference players. He's known for his success in developing strong, versatile offenses. Last but not least, we'll have our offensive line coach, Coach Carlson. Coach Bryce Carlson is Prairie View's run game coordinator. He brings a wealth of experience from successful stints at Valdosta State, West Georgia, and other programs. At West Georgia, he led an offensive line that ranked among the nation's best, helping the team earn the 2010 22 NCAA National Statistical Championship title for total offense and setting single season rushing records. He's coached multiple All-Americans and all-conference players, including standout linemen at Valdosta State, Delta State, and other stops. A former center at Guilford College, Carlson's coaching career is highlighted by numerous conference championships and a proven ability to develop top-tier offensive lines. You got to win it in the trenches, right?
That's right. That's what Woody Hayes said. The game is won and lost in the trenches.
Okay. The next question is from the chat. Why he don't want to come up here and ask the question himself? I'm gonna ask it for him though. Yeah, Uncle Hirsch, baby.
Oh yeah, where is Uncle Hirsch? I missed him the last. I missed him the last stream.
All right. So, Uncle Hirsch, aka baby. I'm not even saying it right. Where's the question at? So he asked, what do you think about the fact that the Southern Heritage Classic is currently not listed on Tennessee State's schedule?
Well, I personally, I want Tennessee State and Jackson State to play. Whether it's in Jackson, Birmingham, Atlanta, I want them to play. I need them to play. That's part of my tradition, part of my legacy, my history as a human being. All my life, Jackson State and Tennessee State played. Whether it's in Jackson, whether it's in Birmingham or in Atlanta, I need for those two schools to play. Just like I need for Tennessee State and Florida A&M to play. I need them to play. That's too big of a game to give up. If you don't want to play it in Memphis, I understand that. But we got to play that game somewhere. If you want to go to Jackson, let's go to Jackson. If you want to go to Birmingham, let's go to Birmingham. If you want to come to Atlanta, let's come to Atlanta.
Go to Birmingham.
Yeah, we need Jackson State and Tennessee State to resume that series. And we need Florida A&M and Tennessee State to resume their series. Stop being ignorant. You're not North Carolina A&T.
Wait a minute.
He go throwing shots again, Mr. Ford.
Okay. As long as A&T is in that CAA, to me, they ignorant. That is so stupid for them to be in that CAA.
How they gonna fix it?
I just laid down the alternative.
I was told that there is very high exit fees to leave the CAA, like millions of dollars to leave.
Listen, make it happen. Make it happen.
Oh, Uncle Hurt said he in the bed for tonight.
So the Southern Heritage Classic is dead. The promoter and the city of Memphis never sweetened the pot for both schools. As a result, JSU walked, and Tennessee State is walking this year.
Because the Southern Heritage Classic was really based on the fandom of Jackson State, and once Jackson State pulled out, that thing was basically killed. Because the backbone of that was the Tiger Nation. That was Jackson State's thing. Because Tennessee State, they severed cut off their alumni and their people that followed their football team years ago when they joined that hillbilly conference called the OVC. That severed the relationship between Tennessee State and their fans. That's why you have games in Tennessee State this year. I mean, in the last year, you have one. They play at Nissan Stadium. They would have 1,000, 2,000, because they don't have a fandom. The people in Nashville don't want to see no Tennessee Tech. They don't want to see no Austin P. So they've lost their
Folks,
program.
I don't know why people keep saying that, but they're basically saying like we need to play these teams. We need to play these teams. They want to play the teams. Like when I say that, it's usually people on the internet who don't actually donate to or attend the schools, but they're hell bent on telling folks like you need to play them.
Play who? Them? You talking about them PWS?
Playing the Austin Peas, the Northwestern.
Yeah, but listen. You go broke playing them people because your culture is not interested in them. Your fans are not interested in them. Okay, who wants to see Tennessee State say play a Coastal Carolina? Who wants to see that? Who wants to see Tennessee State play Tennessee Tech? Who wants to see that? Who wants to see Tennessee State play Southwest Missouri? Nobody. But at the same time, who wants to see Tennessee State play Florida A&M? Who wants to see Tennessee State play Jackson State? Who wants to see Tennessee State play Southern University?
Everybody.
Okay.
At least 50,000.
Okay. So what we got to do as a culture and as a people, we got to stop being stupid. Let's stop being stupid. Your people have shown you in the last 35 years, they don't want to be associated with the OVC. Let's stop being stupid.
Give the folks what they want.
There you go. Instead of playing Austin, please play Florida A&M.
They keep on saying that Tennessee State's going to the MEAC. I don't know. The MEAC's not necessarily.
Yeah, that's last. You know what? My niece is a junior at Tennessee State, and she told me that during the Christmas holiday. She said that was real strong, and the students were so happy. And I said, "You sure?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, have they mentioned it?" The other thing she said was that she had heard that Tennessee State and FAMU were going to play in Atlanta this year, but I haven't seen anything in writing. I haven't seen anything.
They usually got Atlanta pretty much souped up with the MEAC SWAC challenge. But I guess I don't know if that just includes only MEAC SWAC teams or if that also like is FAMU obligated to uphold that MEAC SWAC because it's not necessarily it's an OVC team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if they have to abide by that rule.
Listen, FAMU and Tennessee State played here many years ago. It's been a long time since they played here. It's been a long time. My wife and our friends, we used to go to that game every year, the Atlanta Classic. I think it was.
I think there's just a lot of classics, but at the end of the day, like times are changing, and what you used to accept 20 years ago, logistically speaking, when it comes in terms of money and finances, HBCUs aren't able to take those little twos and fews that you guys were offering. It's not feasible for us to accept it. Maybe at one time it was, but as of now, it's not feasible. So I think that is probably the main thing that is a reason why a lot of folks are pulling out of these classics is because you can't offer us 300,000 or 400,000. You have to offer a tangible amount. And as promoters, it's disgusting for you to say what a school makes at X, Y, and Z home game. Well, you're making more here than you would for a home game. If I'm going to pick up all of my team, my band, and my fans, and I'm going to go enrich your particular city and your particular classic, don't worry about how much I made at a home game.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of times they pick teams that have a lesser fan base, and why it's harder to negotiate these new classics with Jackson State, because Jackson State is clearing 700,000 to $1 million, even more than that at certain games. So you can't play that money game with us in terms of saying, well, you only make a certain amount at your home game, versus if you scheduled a smaller school like a like a Valley or a North Carolina Central, you can play those money games because most of their home games aren't that big.
Well, I think Tennessee State needs to realize something you just said. The times are changing, and it's time for them to get out of that hillbilly conference known as the OVC. Either go independent, go SWAC, or go MEAC, but get out of the OVC.
So the AD did say that we have to keep going to Mobile until the home attendance gets up, which for us, even if Jackson State brings 20,000 or 25,000 or even 30,000, some of these games, these folks are not traveling. Alabama A&M.
Well, let me say this. I believe if Jackson were to meet Florida A&M in Mobile, I think that would be very attractive. I really do.
But Mobile is not an attractive.
I think if you brought Jackson there and you brought Florida A&M there, I think that would be at least 20,000. That's a Ladd Stadium, isn't it? What is that? What is that stadium?
Every time I hear things, I hear that they don't like the stadium.
Yeah, the newest stadium is over at South Alabama. Alabama has a brand new stadium.
Is that where we're playing, or are we playing at Ladd?
No, you play at Ladd Stadium, I think. Somebody in from Mobile, isn't it called Ladd Stadium? It's where they have the Senior Bowl, when the Senior Bowl people come down there. I think it's called Ladd Stadium. Did anybody put anything in the chat? Isn't it called Ladd Stadium?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, move it from Ladd over to South Alabama Stadium, and instead of Alabama A&M, bring Florida A&M and then Jackson State to Mobile, and make it a real classic.
Wait, not a real classic.
Yeah, real classic. Make it a real classic.
Said it's a dump. It's a dump.
Yeah, well, that's why I say, see if you can get South Alabama has a brand new stadium.
Now, South Alabama is not going to let folks go in there and fill up their stadium more than they're filling it up.
Listen, is Blue in here? Is in here?
Yep.
Yeah, he down there.
Okay, Blue. I told him this week I watched North Dakota State, and I told them that North Dakota State, if they were FBS, would be a top 25 team. Now I want you to critique that. What you got to say on that?
You hear that, Blue?
Yeah.
Hear that?
Let me see what Blue got to say on that. Because I watched them this week. I heard that stuff that Brother Bakari was saying, and I said, let me go and look at them. And what I came out with was, if they were in FBS, they would be top 25. They would be in the top 25.
FAMU wants for us to go to their stadium. South ain't letting another school play mid-season at their stadium. Yeah.
Okay. And another thing, now you heard that Coach Jackson up at Delaware State wants Norfolk and Delaware State to play at the home of the Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln. What is it, Lincoln Field? Did you hear that? Yeah.
Blue said, I'll say top 40 to 50, top 25, depending on the schedule, possibly.
He said top 20. So what did he say again?
He said top 40.
He didn't think they were a top 25 team?
It just depends on what schedule they play. Kind of like how Colorado played a schedule that got them 9
And
wins.
always remember what I told you earlier. Deion Sanders was smart by playing playing North Dakota at the beginning of the season. If he had caught them at the end of the season, they behind would have got kicked. So he was smart. He played them early because they were not the same team that they were at the end of the season. But anyway, listen, I thought this was a good idea. Coach Deshaun Jackson is saying that.
I like that idea.
I do too. He said Norfolk State and Delaware State should play at Lincoln Field, the home of the Philadelphia Eagles. I hope they can make that a reality, because that's one of the problems with the MEAC. They don't know how to hype their games.
Yeah, they definitely don't know how to.
They don't. Listen, I remember for years, North Carolina A&T and North Carolina Central would play at Finley, I think it was Howard Finley Stadium on the campus of North Carolina State. They would draw 50,000 plus. All of a sudden, after a few years, they just canceled the game. Okay? They don't know how to do a classic. And that's why I tell y'all all the time, don't mention the MEAC in the same breath with the SWAC. Don't do it.
You said don't mention us in the same breath.
With the MEAC. Two things. The MEAC doesn't have leadership in their conference office. Okay? They don't know how to push big games. They play too many games during the day. Yeah. So that's and the SWAC makes money. The MEAC don't make no money.
I like that Philadelphia idea.
I do too. I loved it. When I heard it today, I loved it. I hope that becomes reality. Oh, that would be nice. Norfolk State versus Delaware State and Philadelphia. That would be great.
Yeah, give us the stadium for free.
Yeah, they can talk to Bob Laurie. He knows who those people are. They play for the Eagles. I'm telling you right now. I'll tell anybody. I started watching the Eagles in the late 60s. That Jackson boy is one of the, not boy, but that is one of the most electrifying Eagles I've ever seen in my life.
Are they good like that?
I hope it's reality. I hope it becomes a reality. I think that game should be there. That game should be at Lincoln Field. That's Michael Vick versus Deshaun Jackson. I love Vic's staff too. I like his staff. Now, but I'm just wondering, is Vic gonna be Andy Reid? He's gonna call his own plays?
Wait a minute. Oh, let me pull up this quarterback that he just got a 4-star quarterback.
Yeah, I saw him. He's coming from South Florida. He's from Corona, California. He can play. He's a dual threat. He can run it and he can throw it. He's about 6'2", about 190 pounds. He can throw it and run it. He was down at University of South Florida.
I said, okay. Coach is recruiting it. Deshaun said he got so many kids that want to come his way, and he like, hold up, I can't take all of y'all.
Okay, but what about his staff? When he's gonna put the staff together? I want to know who's on his staff. Blue, what you hearing about the staff?
Heard nothing about the staff. I was waiting for him to drop it.
Oh yeah. What about the staff?
I remember he was talking about he was interviewing folks.
Hey, Mr. Ford, you got a question in chat.
Okay, what is it?
Hattie asks, who do you think is hyping their team better, Vic or Jackson?
It's got to be Jackson. He's going out. You know, he's got that Underground Railroad coming in from California. He bringing some big time guys. I'm just waiting to see. You know, Vic was putting together the coaching staff, and he's got it together. But Jackson's been going to getting them players, man.
Oh, he said getting the players ain't the problem. So that's not no thing.
Yeah.
I don't have no he but what he said I did listen to probably about 20 minutes of the McCoy interview, maybe a little bit less than that, the LaShawn McCoy and the Deshaun Jackson interview. One thing that he said was that he is a player's coach, meaning he's been a player, so he knows what it's like to be in some of these positions. So that's where he is able to basically build off of his coaching experience, is that he understands what players are feeling or what they go through.
Now, who said
this? Deshaun Jackson.
Okay. All right. Deshaun.
Said he's been there.
I think his dad trained him and Richard Sherman, too. Because I think Deshaun was like an outstanding baseball player besides football.
And one thing that was interesting that he said in that interview was that he felt like, I like kind of piggybacking off what you said, where these NFL players are getting a newfound like in the media and in the spotlight. And he said that the day that he was announced as the head coach of Delaware State, that he felt like it was better than draft day. And he talked about how all of these people were here, like the Philadelphia Eagle beat writers and ESPN and a whole bunch of other people came to his press conference, and that he was like, wow, all of these people are here to listen to me being named the head coach. He said that he got some donations, or he's going to be getting donations. I think he said, I want to say Mark Rubin. I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Marco Rubin or something like that. I don't know who that is, but he basically said that folks are already reaching out to him, you know, with resources and with coaching and with everything. He did talk about his sacrifice of his kids and being away because he resides in California. I don't know. I think it was Mark Rubin. I don't know which one it was, but one of them are making a donation. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think it was probably him, possibly. But, you know, I think that they should, Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson should definitely pull those strings to have that game played at the Philadelphia Eagles Stadium. That would be amazing.
That's a Lincoln Field.
That would be a game I would want to see.
Yeah, I would too. I'd like to see that too.
I'm talking about live.
That's former Eagles. Two former Eagles, baby. Them Andy Reid's people.
But I will say this, Jackson State, I think Coach TC said 2025 is wrapped up and it's closed. Like,
yeah.
As far as recruits go,
yeah,
we're done. We're done. We're done recruiting. They're done recruiting. They're focusing on 2026. And did you get a chance to see the parade, Mr. Ford?
Yeah, you did a great job of showing and reporting the parade. Yeah. I came home from school Friday, and there it was. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You did a great job. You did a great job.
Mr. Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you have Sham Shade and Tremaine Jackson coming in, what year is it going to be for the season of 2000?
Oh, right. It's like it's the year of the Tiger. The year of the Tiger from Jackson State, from Jackson, Mississippi.
Well, what's Mickey Joseph's gonna do out there over on the West?
I'm waiting. You know, listen, we got to see. I got, I got to see what's going on in Grambling. Have you heard anything about our coaching staff? Have we made any additions, or hey, anybody heard anything about who's on the coaching staff at Grambling? Who's the new offensive coordinator? You know, February 5th. You know, everybody will present their signing classes. That's about 2 weeks away. How many weeks is that? What is that? 3 weeks away or 2 weeks away? Yeah, I'm waiting to see what Coach Joseph has done. Yeah.
I ain't. They said they ain't heard nothing.
They hadn't heard nothing?
Well, Graham did get T-set.
Yeah. They got T's, and they got another quarterback. I saw his films. He looked really good, but I think he was coming from a junior college. Hey, Blue, who's that junior college kid that Grambling picked up? Because he looked good on film.
Gonna look good against that Jackson State defensive line.
Yeah, we got to see, baby.
So we have a big classic or a big game coming up. It's January 19th, so we've only got a couple more weeks before National Signing Day. I'm excited for that because
I am too. And by the way, so the class of hey, Mr. Mona, the class of SWAC men's basketball is Southern University, right? Is Southern undefeated?
No, Jackson State.
I'm talking about the men basketball.
Jackson State undefeated too, Mr. Ford.
Okay, but in Southern undefeated?
I don't know. Let me go look and see if
I think Southern's undefeated. They beat
Are you
Grambling
sure,
tonight.
Mr. Ford?
Huh?
Are you sure?
Just look it up. I think Southern University beat Grambling tonight. They win Baton Rouge. Matter of fact, check and see what their attendance was.
Let me go ahead and pull up and see what Southern doing.
Yeah, Southern, they boys, I mean, their men are supposed to be really good.
Oh, Andre just said that they're 5-0 and we're 4-0. So
okay.
Southern is 5-0 in conference. Jackson State's 4-0.
What was the attendance at that Jackson? I mean,
dang, Mr. Ford. Jackson State is 4-0. Southern is 5-0, and then Bethune-Cookman is 3-1, and Texas
that's
Southern.
Reggie Theus. Yeah, that's Reggie Theus down there at Daytona Beach.
Okay, and you said the Southern versus Grambling.
Yeah, what was the box score? You can ESPN will probably give you what was the attendance? That should have been a packed house.
Southern knocks off Grambling on Saturday afternoon.
And listen, I watched that Alabama State, Alabama A&M game. That was a big crowd. They had almost a packed house.
They had 5,900 plus.
Oh yeah, that was a nice crowd. Because that place holds about 6,000 or 7,000.
7,000.
Yeah, that's a nice crowd. Your homegirl won the girls game. Dawn Thornton, the Alabama A&M girls won, and then the Alabama State men won.
All right, let me see what they totals were. Oh, we gotta play Baton Rouge in Baton Rouge. Okay, let me see the box score. Or let's do recap. Oh, this is the women's. Where's the men's at?
You know you can go to ESPN.
Men's sports. There it is. That's weird. How do you think the attendance for the Thursday game and the Tuesday game?
I was listening to the Carlos Brown show today, and Charles Edmonds spoke on it. He said right now, a lot of people in the SWAC don't like it. They don't like the girls being separate from the women being separated from the men.
They said they had 6,489 folks there.
Oh, that was a big crowd. That was a nice crowd.
At the Grambling versus Southern game. Did y'all see any pictures or anything?
That's a nice crowd.
Did y'all see any pictures?
And then on top of that, like you were talking earlier, that bad weather's gonna come in. What is it tomorrow, Monday? When's that bad weather gonna come in?
For Atlanta, I want to say so for Texas, it's coming Monday evening.
Yep.
And so then it'll be Atlanta, Georgia, probably like Tuesday.
Okay.
And then Tuesday night into Wednesday in North Carolina. 6,489. Was y'all really packed out like that?
Yeah, that's a big crowd.
It was packed. I was watching on YouTube. Damn.
And that was Southern. That was Southern and
Well,
Grambling.
the kids are back, but that's even so 6,489. So they definitely at both Alabama A&M versus Alabama State and at this game, they got some big attendance.
Yes, they did. That's big. That's a nice crowd. That's a nice crowd. They probably had all the Greeks out too.
It's supposed to snow in Jackson on Tuesday. Okay. Yeah. So
I didn't see nothing about no snow now. Wait a minute.
nephew, you didn't listen to the beginning part of the show when I did my weather, when I acted like I was a weather woman.
Yeah, Mr. Mona was a meteorologist today.
I saw a little bit of it, but I had to step away for a quick.
Y'all was like
she was
Jackson
meteorologist.
is going to be 72 degrees today in Jackson. 72 degrees is going to be the high.
Hey, Mr. Mona, you know one of our main meteorologists here in Atlanta? She's a Jackson State graduate. She's on Channel 2. She's a Jackson State graduate.
Mr. Ford, have you been hearing about these meteorologists that have been laid off by Allen Media Group?
Now, is that the one from the Weather Channel?
Yeah, like there's a whole bunch of meteorologists that have been laid off all over the country. Have you heard anything about that?
Well, I know that Elon Musk said that he wishes for the day when nobody had a job. So I'm not surprised. That's one of the things he says he's wishing for. He wants a day when nobody has a job. I guess all of us gonna be tempted.
Well, TikTok is gone, Mr. Ford. You don't got to worry about your kids being on TikTok during class.
Well, to me, that's like a hostile takeover because they can't formulate and put together something like TikTok the way the Chinese did, so they want to take it from the Chinese. But from what I'm hearing, the Chinese already have an alternative. They already got something else.
Yeah,
something red. What is it, Jay? Is it red something?
Red Note.
Yeah, I think I heard that. So they already got an alternative. Because now, when it comes to technology, who can beat the Japanese and the Chinese? Nobody. So
how hard can it be to make something like TikTok? That's what I want to know. How hard is it?
One of the problems we got in America right now is a lack of creativity. Yeah.
I mean, the folks are being creative. They over there on TikTok making a whole bunch of things to get monetized, and then folks on Twitter or whatever they're posting on TikTok, they steal it and put it on Twitter. The world has become so, like, I guess, hyper fast money, hyper, like not necessarily like the influencer and what an influencer is. That's become really huge in America. Like, I can make it just by recording stuff and posting it.
And don't forget now that the greatest growth now is in countries like China and India. America's average growth is 2%. China's is 4%. India is 7%. So instead of everything going from New York to London to Rome, now it's Peking, Shanghai, Hong Kong, New Delhi. What's that major city in Saudi Arabia? See, because
Dubai?
I keep talking. Yeah, no, Dubai is not in Saudi Arabia, is it?
No, I'm saying
United Emirates.
No, I'm saying Dubai is one of the countries that has a lot of growth.
Yeah, and the other thing is, BRICS. This whole thing with BRICS, it's Russia, China, Brazil, South Africa, and now the Europeans are suffering so bad they are even considering joining BRICS. Like you were talking about earlier, it's a lot of changes in the world today. It's a lot of changes. At one time, New York, London, Rome, all those cities dominated the world.
The United Arab Emirates.
Emirate, yeah. United Arab Emirates. Yeah.
Jay White said Alabama A&M is making money, and that's all that matters. Okay.
They had a big crowd. They had a big crowd tonight. Did you see that crowd?
Almost bigger than their football crowds. Some of their football crowds.
Yeah, they had a big crowd tonight. And I love the outfit that your homegirl had on, Miss Dawn Thornton. She had on, was it a jean outfit? What was that outfit she had on?
I think it was like a corset.
Yeah, she's very stylish.
So, all right. Anything else? Are all hearts and minds clear? I want everybody to be safe. No, it wasn't puffy sleeves. I can't stand the rain outfit. What is wrong with you guys?
What are they talking about? What they talking about, Miss
They
Thornton's
said,
outfit?
yeah, talking about I can't stand the rain outfit.
They should get their wrench took.
Are our hearts and minds clear? Mr.
Hey,
Ford.
did everybody go by the store and get your food now? Because they saying I guess we're
Mr.
gonna be.
Ford, what did you go get before we leave out? Because this
But the
is
main thing I went and got fruit. I went and got the fruit. I got some juices, and I got my toaster went out. I went and got another toaster, a Black & Decker toaster.
Okay, so where's the extra water bottles in case?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't say that. That's right. I got some water. I got 3 packs of water today.
And then you're gonna put some water in the tub the night before.
I hadn't even thought about that now.
So if the pipes bust, you guys won't have any water, but you'll still need to flush the toilet, and you'll still need to.
Oh yeah.
Like possibly do dishes. So you're supposed to put water in the tub.
Okay.
Not if you have little small kids, don't do it. But this is Braxton's 7, and I've already explained it to him.
Right.
But they said that it's supposed to be very, very cold, and folks are like, "Oh, you're over exaggerating." But the problem is that the cold is not going to be just for 24 hours. It's supposed to be for several days, like 21 degrees, 17 degrees, 9 degrees, not including a wind chill. So
right. And let me ask you this. Have you noticed how the media has turned on Karen Bass out in California? They're trying to make her like she's the most corrupt.
Her.
You just to put it in. I was reading something while I was going to the store today. Man, they got all kind of allegations against Karen Bass and her staff. You know, Karen used to be in the Congress, but now she's the mayor of Los Angeles.
They're trying to blame her, but
they blaming her for everything. They ain't trying, Mr. Mona. They blaming Karen. Huh? And they saying that Karen is like the most corrupt mayor in the country. Oh, they talking about Karen like a dog.
When I looked at those fires, and I am not trying to be I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but when I looked at some of the fires that were taking place, they started in 3 different places on the map. One of them was the Palisades fire.
Right.
But also there was another fire that took place where majority Black homes resided at. Like where there was a large Black population, and it was nowhere near the Palisades. And then they came out and it kind of disappeared, where they caught somebody who was intentionally setting fires.
Yeah. Now you heard this. You remember the guy, the Fonz? Remember Happy Days? Do you
Yeah.
remember that? Okay, the guy who played the Fonz, his name was Henry Winkler. He went on the air saying that those fires were being intentionally set, that it was arson. And they heavily criticized him until what you just talked about. They caught a couple of guys using flamethrowers to start those fires. But they heavily criticized him. His name was Henry Winkler.
Yeah, they were getting paid to set those fires. And then because they were setting them in strategic places in LA, places that they would want to take over, places that they wouldn't be able to take over if it was an eminent domain situation where they just take the land. So they burnt the land down. And then those fires were intentionally set over there where the Black folks live. I know, because when you look at the map, it's like, why is that being set right there? That's not even anywhere near the Palisades. So you guys are intentionally setting fires.
Yeah, that's what that guy was saying.
It's going to be kind of like what happened with New Orleans, where they're not going to give very much money.
Right.
And then on top of that, they don't have the insurance because that insurance was intentionally taken out of their policies, which I don't know if they have any recourse at that point. Like, you guys intentionally took those away, the ability for us to get money back to cover for not arson, but to cover for fires. You guys took that away only a couple of months before these big fires took place. It's kind of fishy. I think it's suspicious.
And the other thing that was so fishy, what'd you think about Barack Obama being so chummy with Trump at that funeral?
You mean you talking about how polite he was, or?
Yeah, I thought it was laughing and grinning and going on. This is the same man who said you're not a citizen, and tried to demean you in every way. But now you're sitting up in here laughing and grinning with Trump. Can you believe that?
I kind of feel like it was one of those. Trump
Nobody else was laughing and grinning with it.
No, they weren't.
Uh-oh. I don't think so.
Michelle's not going to the inauguration, and
she didn't come to that funeral. She didn't come to that funeral, did she?
No, she didn't, because she didn't want to. She would have had to sit next to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I think it's kind of like that thing, Mr. Ford, at work where there's somebody you don't like, and when there's somebody you don't like, you can't just be standoffish with them. You have to speak, and you have to fake it till you make it. Like, yeah.
But they've already made it, haven't
they? Politics is still politics.
Oh, okay.
The thing about Trump is he don't care. He'll be over there and he'll say something smart after. So he was being polite and kikiing, but he'll be the same one to say, I still don't think that Barack Obama is an American. Like, he'll do that. Yeah. That's what type of person that Donald Trump is. But I guess, now Madam Vice President was looking like,
right.
We ain't got nothing to talk about.
There you go.
All right. I'm never going to Bragg Stadium. Never.
You gotta be kidding.
Why you don't want to go to JSU Bragg?
No, that's what Dr. Carey said. I didn't say that.
I know. That's why I'm asking. Why you don't want to go to JSU Bragg?
Oh man, I grew up going to Bragg.
He said that they got a snake pit in there, and he ain't trying to get bit. Folks said that they were going to go to Tallahassee because they're going to show up for the young men on our team, that we're going to show up and take over the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all must be about to buy. Somebody must be about to buy 5,000 tickets all at once and then have them for sale at the JSU office, because FAMU is not going to give you guys a mass amount of tickets to come.
They usually give what? That's right. They give 5,000. How many do they give?
No, they will not. You'll be lucky if you get 500 tickets. The FAMU is not trying to give Jackson State any tickets to come to their stadium and take over. Not happening.
That's why the game needs to be in Atlanta. The game needs to be in Atlanta.
You said it needs to be
in Atlanta. It needs to be here, either Georgia Tech, the Mercedes-Benz, or some of these other stadiums here. But that game needs to be in Atlanta.
They probably gonna allocate like what 1,500 maybe.
500. They're not gonna give us their stadium only holds 20,000.
Yeah, 21 somewhere out there.
They're not gonna try to give us no tickets.
I mean, even if they don't allocate that much, we still gonna show up.
That's why I say, hey, the game could be, either here in Atlanta or y'all meet in Mobile.
I don't think we should meet in Mobile, fam. You don't travel like that. They band won't show up.
To Mobile?
Mm-mm.
I think
that's not that far.
Right,
y'all. I will see you on. Well, I don't know if I'll see you. I just want everybody to be safe.
Yeah.
Maybe see you on Tuesday, but I will be preparing and winterizing my car in my home while my son is with his pappy. Ooh, what's that? That's your, you got your GoPro?
Yeah, I had got it.
Yeah.
This the
give us our dismissal. Give us our dismissal.
May the Lord watch. Congratulations, Jay. Between me and thee,
while we
are absent, one from another. I'm gonna play my favorite song. Y'all know what I'm about to play. Y'all have a good night.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. I've had some good days.
I've had some good days and some sleepless nights, but when I look around, and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. The clouds hang low. I can hardly see the road. I ask the question, Lord. Lord, why so much pain? But He knows what's best for me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see, so I'll just say, thank you, Lord. I won't complain. But He is so good to me. He's been good to me. More than this world. Shall I just say